the song, Mr. DM Man. We're live. You are welcome, everyone who just saw that.
I don't see the live. Where's the live? I don't see it.
Shut up.
Where's the live?
Richard, can you find it? Can you find it? Can you find it? Is it there?
Are you live? Are you going
Can't.
live?
All I see is the screen.
Hello. Excellent. Okay.
Oh wait, I actually don't see the live.
Hi, I'm Richard. I am the game master for this
Nope,
Dungeons and
nope,
Dragons game.
nope.
What?
Oh,
She lied. She's not live. Oh, there it is.
Oh, she is
Richard's
live.
the only one that saw
What's
it this
happening?
time.
What do you mean? Richard's the only one that's not live?
No, you're the only one that saw it live this time. I didn't. I wasn't even live on my own.
JS is like, I can't work with these amateurs. Okay, so hi, I'm Richard. I am the game master for this Dungeons and Dragons game. We are playing in a world called Hub. Hub is a giant city that has many, many portals that lead to many other dimensions. However, 45 days ago, the portals all closed for some reason. The characters formed a small band and have been, well, somewhat investigating that occurrence, but have pretty much spent the past 15 days of their acquaintance hunting slavers and killing
well, to
them
be
all.
fair,
Like all of them.
they have a lot to do with portals, so it's kind of, we're investigating both at the same time.
Right.
Well, they're to their credit, they're attacking an industry that's in distress because the fresh supply of slaves is no longer coming in because the portals are all closed. And it seems like the slavers are cashing in their slaves to turn them into crystals to use to open portals. So it's kind of a horrifying Ouroboros of it's like a vicious cycle, and it's far worse now that the portals are closed. You've killed 3 pretty big slavers,
So many people.
and you're pretty much going after the last one. A bad guy, a man who owns a wine estate above the city named Katabatic, aka the Lame. They call him the Lame. Presumably not because he's a lame guy, but because he has a limp.
But he's also lame.
Yeah, so you bypass his estate.
He's also a lame guy, though.
Yeah, he's just a lame dude.
He's pretty lame. You explored his estate, noted that there were only sort of caretaker people there, no guards, no presence. Katabatic not there. The house was unoccupied, and so you decided to bypass the house and head up this valley towards a glacier where you knew that Katabatic had been doing some kind of archaeological or mining dig for the past 40-some days, and so the timing seems odd. Heading up, your first day up in the wilderness, which is actually the first standard D&D overland adventure type stuff that you've done. You ran into some ogres, and one of the ogres looked kind of weird, and it was blue and it was flying in the air, and then you realized it was not a regular ogre; it was old school ogre mage, aka Oni.
He was a dick.
And his cone of cold pretty much lowered you guys, brought you very low, but because you defeated all of the other ogres and the direwolf, Brakar, as he called himself, went invisible and flew away. You continued up the valley, found some gnolls who were on the trail. Oh, you also, in the treasure of the ogres, you found sort of a note, kind of a wanted poster, or like a wanted note with the name of a person, Alia Aziz. And going over my notes, I realized Ali is the same name as the other slave that you rescued before. The Air Genasi slave was also called Alia.
It's a traditional Genasi name.
Well, I think the random name generator that I use, when you type in the parameters, it just keeps coming up with the same stuff. So sometimes you get Beyonce, sometimes you get
Beyonce.
So you figured that the ogres were slavers and or slave catchers, and they were on the lookout for. They didn't seem surprised to see you, but they seemed surprised at who you were. They expected to see somebody else that they were probably searching for. So you found some gnolls who are a sort of a bestial hyena people, hot on the trail of something that led under a waterfall, and so you slew the gnolls and headed under the waterfall, fought some spiders, and found a female fire genasi named Aliyah Aziz. She initially attacked you guys, but
Too awesome, so she stopped.
but having she had one of those slave cuffs on her ankle, and thus had no powers. She tried to strangle Jackie with her chains. Didn't work. Threw herself bodily at Aiden when she saw him. She clearly identifies Ergenazi as the people who sell her people into slavery, and you managed to talk her down. Spent the night, rested up. Also removed her ankle chains. When you did that, her power, she seemed to heat up immediately, and was able to make fire out of her hands and burnt the hair off her head so that she was hairless. And so you continued up the valley. When you went up the ridge, the waterfall was coming over a ridge. When you went up over the ridge, you came alongside a huge lake, several miles across, full of icebergs, which is a lake that formed at the end of the glacier, which you can see ahead. The glacier is kind of a thing that's several miles wide and half a mile tall, and just kind of goes uphill into the distance. It goes out of sight into the clouds. And there was a knoll camp, and you decided, screw it, let's just go attack the knoll camp. So you kind of marched into the knoll camp and attacked them, but it was a trap. There were many gnolls hidden in tents, and you fought the gnolls. The gnolls, well, it was kind of an okay fight. You guys were doing well enough, killing gnolls, and gnolls were hitting you a bit, and it seemed quite manageable. And then Brakar, the Oni, reappeared again. And,
the returner returned. Finally.
Brakar, the returner. I made some die rolls to determine if he would be patient and wait for you guys to not be surrounded by gnolls before blasting the whole area with his cone of cold. And
he helped us out.
He saw how you were handling the gnolls and figured he would just save some time and just blasted everybody. He killed most of the gnolls, and injured some of you, some severely. And then Jackie lost morale. Her crab flipped over. I think Nadal was crying. It was a rough scene. Nadal went down. The aura of temporary hit points disappeared. You felt very mortal in that moment, and then all of you kind of ganged up on Brakar, including Aliyah, who I feel made a clutch move with her counter spell.
Oh yeah.
When she stopped him from putting all of you to sleep with a sleep spell.
That was
that is the slave catcher's trick. Bring him down to hit points with a cone of cold and then sleep. So she canceled his sleep spell, and then kind of gave him the fungu, and then he got mad and charged into melee with her, which was his undoing. Because all of you immediately charged into melee with him, hammered away. I seem to recall that Jackie got at least one double crit with advantage with her pistols. Brakar tried to fly away.
Can you paste your awesome picture in here so I can show it when we're talking?
Oh, sure. So Brakar actually tried to fly away and tried to turn invisible. So he did it wrong. In the heat of the battle, he should have just used the disengage action and flown away and then turned invisible. But instead, he was stupid. He tried to turn invisible and then fly away. And Aliyah snuffed out that spell with her second counter spell of the day. And as he flew away, Aiden chased after him and blasted him out of the sky with a butt blast.
What are you doing?
And that was it. Brakar smashed into the ground, scattering his belongings like a skier that crashed after a jump. Hang on. I'm just going to get that image that you wanted. What does it look like?
I don't. Is there a way that I can do it, or do you have to do it on your end?
No, I think you can't. It's coming. Oh, it's a big file. Holy shit, it's very big.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Yeah, so it's a black and white illustration.
It's just nice.
The theme these days is sort of like old school black and white, which ironically is more work for me because I have to redo all the tokens as kind of like old school.
Our DM has also given up.
Yeah. No, it's the opposite. I'm trying to make it look like I've given up, but I'm actually working hard. In the art, you'll notice I gave Aiden his leather because I think you took some magical leather armor. So you've got leather armor under your little vest, your little black vest. So.
Oh yeah.
I like the androgyny that you're mastering more and more.
On all the characters?
No, for mine.
Yeah.
No, I think the women look good. They look like women.
Yeah, I think your character's starting to look more and more like classic statues. You know, sort of like a real.
Yeah.
The androgyny of the ancient Greeks. Yeah.
Why? Oh my god.
Although you can tell I still have trouble drawing girls looking at Jackie's strange groin, but yep.
I mean, you don't necessarily know that.
No, it kind of looks like that.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And Nico's like, this is bullshit. Jackie's got much more thigh gap. Oh, okay.
Nah, she's
so,
not.
so there you go.
enough.
So you defeated Brakar. I put a document
bandit.
in your journal called "Looting the Knoll Camp."
How about you put
There's
the
a bunch
crab between Jackie's legs?
There's yeah. Well, I put the crab down below, so if you want, I can flip them around so that the smell. It looks like it's the smell coming out of your crab area. But
No, good. That's good. Just leave it. Great.
So you took a shit.
Jackie has crabs between her legs.
Yeah.
She has
Just crab.
crabs.
Singular crab.
So there's the Knoll Camp treasure. This is
She's
just
got a
random
big.
stuff,
She's
so-
got a big case of crab.
Yep.
I mean, this joke can just go on forever. It's great.
Good.
It's a joke that we can keep using over like a dad joke.
So we didn't
Yes.
divvy this stuff up, did we? This
No,
is new.
no, this is good stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, last session I said I would give you treasure next session. So
Woo! That's
yeah.
exciting.
Holy
Like,
shit.
I mean, I'm the ultimate dad joke guy. Whenever there's people around, or even only Joanna's around, I'll and I'm doing like a Thai thing or a Vietnamese food that uses the fish sauce. So we have this bottle of fish sauce in our pantry that we've had for like 20 years, and it's cock fish sauce. So I'm always, hey honey, would you like some cock fish sauce? And it's very awkward, but
Hey guys, I'm taking the diamonds for the so I can have Revivify if I need it.
I'd like the Stone of Good Luck.
That sounds cool.
don't forget it's an attuned item, which means if you've already got 3 attuned items, you have to unattune something.
You can only have 3 attuned items at a time, huh?
Yeah, the Roll20 character sheet is not good at keeping track of that, whereas the D&D Beyond character sheet has like a space that is like, you know, these are your 3 attuned items. So yeah, it's hard to keep track.
Interesting. I don't.
Who wants the
what have I
strength
got?
one? I don't know who that would benefit the most.
The what?
The strength potion.
Giant strength?
Maybe Nadal?
Probably Nadal. She's the one that goes hand to hand the most, I would think. Or they're the one that goes hand to hand.
Thank
Well
you.
said.
So the Vicious Slave does not require attunement. Nice, okay, good. Whew. Or else I would have been cheating for a while.
No, weapons don't usually require attunement, and even if they do, I'm kind of like, it's kind of dumb.
Wait,
You
so
grab
we
the
had
weapon
like a rest and everything?
Well, if
Yeah,
our
I'm gonna
weapons,
say that you had a rest. Yeah.
if our
Okay, so
weapon,
I'm just gonna take the 2 diamonds for the Revivify. Does anybody have another 100 GP diamond, or can we just say that we do? Because we just keep picking up gems.
Because you need 3, eh? You
I
need
need
300
3.
to revivify? Oh, well, guess you don't have one.
I've just been
Yes.
putting the equivalent of gold in, but I'm pretty sure we've been collecting that kind of stuff along the way.
Yeah, if you guys subtract 100 gold, I'll let you turn it into.
Here,
I'll
I'll
do that.
take.
I'll do it.
so weapons don't have to be attuned. Does the armor have to be attuned?
It
Not
depends.
Only usually if it has a special ability, some kind of a weird special ability, you
Okay.
have to attune. But normally, if it's just armor,
All
even
right.
Mariner's armor, I don't think you have to attune.
All right. I'm guessing the stuff that I have doesn't have to be attuned then. So I don't have anything actually that needs to be attuned yet.
I do my cloak of protection and my amulet of the
Oh, I have a cloak of protection. Does that have to be attuned?
Yeah, things that you
Yeah.
wear. Well, things that you wear, like cloaks, rings,
Mhm.
brooches, things like that, usually have to be attuned. Usually, wondrous items have to be attuned.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's one.
So I've got 2.
The bracers of archery, would those count for guns?
I think so.
I mean,
Would
they
they-
technically don't, but in our case, would it?
Count for what? Guns?
Guns. Because no one here
Totally.
shoots with a
It'd
bow.
totally count for guns.
Oh yeah,
Ever
well,
smoking bottle?
that's so specific. Eh? You have arc proficiency in longbow and short bow, +2 to damage rolls on range attacks made with such weapons.
Ever smoking bottle. Well, you don't know when you're gonna need it. You know, sometimes there's like giant turtles with holes in their shell walking around full of wasps, and you need a giant. You need a smoke
Ever
bottle.
smoking bottle, that's right.
Okay, listen. I think the bracers of archery. You can. I was gonna say Giz Cog. Cog. Actually, Cog. I just realized your guy has the same name as the guy in the other game. Cog could turn them into bracers of the pistolero.
Okay.
But as they are now, because I feel like it would be it's too rare. Like being a gunslinger is too rare in this world.
So I'll just put them in my bag for now, and then. Man, we need Cog. Is there any way we can summon him? I need some of those exploding bullets.
In another game that I was playing with Catherine and with the kids, I call it the kids games. Catherine and her husband and her sister-in-law and such, and her sister-in-law's fiance. They went up against a giant, like a huge ageless turtle that had holes in its shell, and wasps were living inside of its shell, giant wasps. And there was like tunnels that led inside an extra dimensional space, and so they were like, "Fuck it, we don't want to go in there." So they threw the ever smoking bottle in there, and it just put all the wasps to sleep forever. And
You just ruined your entire dungeon. It's pretty great.
you won't believe all the great turtle that was in there, though.
Oh well,
So now the giant turtle just walks eternally with smoke coming out of its holes.
which is pretty freaking cool.
What does this luckstone do anyway?
Gives you luck.
I think it's +1. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool actually. Like if you just type.
Do y'all want me to put the
Stone of-
potion of clairvoyance and the
Oh, I found it. I'm reading
bottle
about it.
in
Yeah,
my
just don't-
in my bag? I can just
Stone
keep it in my
divine.
bag.
Yeah,
Plus
go
1
go
to
for it.
ability checks and saving throws. All right.
The clairvoyance
It requires
potion
achievement.
looks awesome. That could be very helpful.
What could?
The potion of clairvoyance?
Yes.
Where did it go? Hmm.
And then money, huh?
Or you tried to
How
drag
much-
it and it didn't work.
How much money is that?
Well, I tried to drag it,
Roll.
and it said it worked, but I can't find it on my character sheet. I'm trying to figure out where it might have put it.
And usually it might go down below in the middle, in that middle list of stuff.
Right, that's where I expected to find it, but I do not see it there.
Or if you want, I can try it.
Listen, Jim, could you tell me how much that is in gold without the platinum?
Wow, we just got a lot of money. Holy crap.
I'm kind of yeah.
See now you have 2 luck stones. I will delete one.
I did. Oh, okay.
Suck.
Yeah, I dragged the one over to your sheet, and both of them. appeared,
Aha.
So,
There it is. I see it.
yeah. So Catherine, you were asking the DM a question about you want to know how
Like
much
how
treasure
much-
there is without platinum.
Yeah, how much is that in gold?
That would be
I'm bad.
because you're bad. You're
Well,
bad. You really,
Wouldn't it be
really-
1,100 gold? Isn't it like
Yeah, it's times 10. So
Yeah.
it'd be 1,900 plus 700 would be 2,600 plus 4 would be 2,604 GP.
2,600 gold pieces? Divided
2,604.
divided by 3 would be 8.
Oh, divided by 4, no?
Oh, we have a 4th member. That's right. That's right. She probably gets a share.
Yeah,
she's
she
not.
knows.
She's not saying anything, but she's looking at you.
She totally gets a share.
Yeah,
All right,
okay, split by 4, 651.
Okay. 651.
But is that including the platinum? It is, okay.
Yes.
Cool. Super
Yeah,
cool.
so she seems very prickly. She's kind of like slightly insulted that you weren't talking about her, and now when you're offering her money, she seems slightly insulted that you're trying to buy her, buy her.
Oh my gosh, she's always insulted.
Yes. Calm down, lady. Just take your money and sit down.
Is that a character in Dilbert who was a woman who was always horribly offended by everything?
Have a loaf of bread. No. It baked for too long. She's burnt.
Baked for a long time.
She just wants to be part of the game.
So how are we doing?
Alright, so I forget, so were we just finished that battle, were we gonna take a rest
We
here?
said that it was a long rest because when you level up, it just gives you all your stuff. So if you say we had a long rest.
Yeah, so you've routed the bad guys, you know.
Alright, so while long resting, I'm gonna take time to attune that luck stone.
Yep.
I'll try to remember to share some of my Iceland photos with you, like on the Hub Facebook page. I know GS, you never look at it, but
I do look at it.
It's very kind of you to just get the sort of the grandeur of this, you know, glacier. We didn't go on any glacier hikes or anything like that. Nor Joanne feel like that's safe enough, but apparently it's perfectly fine in the real world. What's interesting about glaciers is if you've never seen one, they just go up and up and up. They just go forever. You don't expect them to go to look like, you know, a mound of. It's just anyway. It's a very strange look to them, and you can see them from like anywhere where it's not cold. So and they come right down. They come right down to places where it's not cold, and then they melt. Anyway, so you guys ready to go? You good?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently, it's my 2-month sub anniversary. This is a great thing about being in the streaming world. Is you just pay to belong to all the other people's streams, and then they hopefully will pay to belong to yours, and it's like a little internal economy. All right, so you camp out, and so Aaliyah says, so what are your plans? What are you?
Don't care about it. The
Are you
end.
planning to just go up and kill them? And
Yeah.
I would like to go and rescue all of my people.
This is the plan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There were others that escaped as well. Hopefully we can find them and gather them up. She says, well, the advantage of having me around, despite other than my sparkling personality, is well, I can show you where to go. There's the further up the glacier is really hard to get onto. Like there's a big gap between the glacier and the rocks, and so there's a spot where they set up a camp where you can get up on the glacier using ramps that they built.
Okay.
And there will probably be enemies there. Well, clearly George R. R. Martin sort of thought about Hadrian's Wall. He must have also have seen the end of a glacier somewhere when he thought up the wall in Game of Thrones, because it's literally the size of a glacier. You know, it's like 700 feet tall and big chunks of ice falling off of it. Anyway, so yeah, so she says, I think our next. I wonder if we'll run into more hunters, or if the hunters were all based here. Probably we won't run into more hunters, but we will run into that camp. And there were other slaves being kept there when I went through.
Oh, let's go.
It's about a day up.
We should introduce our characters.
Oh, that's right. We haven't done that. All right. Well,
just talked and talked.
Go ahead, Jackie. Talk about your character.
Ooh, well, I am Jackie. Well, I'm Nico. Oh. Ah! What are you doing?
Oh, I moved it.
There. An awesome pet crab named Bandit, and she has a very, very dark and twisted history. but she is now on a mission to seek revenge against all the nasty-ass pirates and slavers.
Yeah, the stream seems to be buffering.
Yeah. Me too.
It's okay, it seems to be okay now. Never mind.
Not for me.
I'm happy. Alright, so Jackie, that was you. So you're a reformed pirate, as it were, or possibly with a case of crab. Yeah. Kathy, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kathy. This is Bean. My character is Nadal. They are a Karas, which is a race that I made up in my realm. The Karas replace the Drow. And they are a cleric of Twilight, and they just want to go home. They're stuck here. The wrong realm.
With these awful people.
These awful people. Disconnected from their telepathic connection.
Alright, JS, your turn.
Hello, J.S. Arquin, author and audiobook narrator. I'm playing Aiden, who is a half-human genasi, which means he's half djinn, and he's an elemental druid specializing in air magic. He's hunting down and trying to free all the slaves and kill all the masters.
So you're part gin, one part gin, half a part vermouth, dirty olive, shake.
Right.
Strain and pour. Yeah. And with the party now, that's another reason why I was asking about bringing in guests and stuff, because it just seemed cool to have like a guest, NPC or whatever, in the form of Aliyah, the fiery tempered fire genasi, whom you rescued. Is and that's the thing I forgot to do, who is a wild magic sorcerer, so yeah.
And you didn't roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna retcon her. Shocking Grasp was actually a flaming grasp, so we kind of give up the advantage against people wearing metal armor, but it's just cool to have fiery grasp, so. And she was twinning it, she was like hitting two people with it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a surgical flaming burning hints. Alright, so I guess that's it.
Let's do it, let's go for it.
Okay, so so Aliyah, she seems very happy that you killed the Rakar the Returner. She kind of gathers up all of the collars, the slave collars that he has hanging from his belt, and flings them all into the lake. Like a good distance. She spits on him and gives him a good roast. She doesn't seem to like him very much. So she says it's a lot colder up there, especially on the glacier. So she kind of like roots through the gnolls have belongings and stuff, and roots through the tents and comes out with
it's
some
our wintertime outfit change.
Yeah, with some mangy furs and puts on some ill-fitting boots, and she's like, "You're gonna want to dress warm up there. It's cold in the glacier."
I'm fine.
She's looking at Aiden, who has little Aladdin slippers on, and parachute pants over his leather armor, and Jackie, who's just wearing her smelly pirate boots and tight pants.
I don't think I can get cold.
And corset over a shirt.
If
you're not resistant to cold, if you don't have resistance to cold, you can get cold.
But will I be like?
I do have resistance to cold. At least when I'm in my windy form, I do.
Yeah, you'd have to turn into your windy form a lot in order to.
Fine.
All the time. Anyway, I'm just saying. So she just kind of looks at you with her eyebrows raised, and she's like, "Are you
I'll take the parka.
Are you too proud to wear warm clothes, blue one?"
Not at all. Give me a furred hoodie.
You're a long way from the windy wastes, my friend.
Jackie needs a nice toque.
Tell me more about what happened Tell me more about this portal thing that happened. That you said happened.
Portals stopped working. We're all stranded in this world.
How long ago?
42 days, 45.
She says,
Yeah, we don't keep track.
This episode is brought to you by 45 Days. Yeah. Or as Americans like to say, number 45, the worst number yet, or the worst number ever. So she says, the timing would be a big coincidence, but I was brought in with a whole shipment of Genasi to replace a bunch that were killed when something happened about 6 weeks ago up at the dig.
Could have been the collapse of the portals.
Yep.
In my realm, some of my people died as well from the collapse of the portals.
What if something happened there that caused it to happen?
Could be.
In the
Yeah, cause and
absence of-
effect. Yeah,
in the
let's talk
absence
about
of
cause and effect and then statistics.
In the absence of any other evidence, something big that happened where you are could have been part of the cause. Or you say that your people were also. Stop looking at your cat. Your people.
She's so cute.
Many of your folk were also slain when the portals collapsed.
I mean, we lived in underground caves and portals that we didn't even know about shifted the integrity of the rocks, and some of it came tumbling down. And
Yeah, I think in your case there was like a cataclysm of some kind that was caused by a portal that opened, or I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think you even knew about portals, right? Like you guys were living in your
no,
little
well, yes, we did, but it was like passed down from generation. It was like this tale of like these circles in the sky. We didn't really know what it was about, and we didn't know that there was some like into the rocks. You know, these shifts in these rifts in the material plane.
I think the cataclysm was probably caused by a cat.
I think so too.
It just knocked the portal off the table and the whole world just collapsed.
Cats are so stupid. Okay, so we hate them so much. Yeah.
Did
So
you hear that, Bean? Everyone hates you. You're the worst.
okay, so she says, yeah, well, I'm ready to murder some bad people.
I was born ready.
Yeah. So she like puts the furs around her shoulders, and and just kind of like starts marching up the ridge to get up to the level of the glacier. So this ridge, the ridge goes up for like for at least an hour. You're climbing up this ridge. It's a very steep climb. Once you get up to the top, like looking at that map, you see ahead of you there's a valley. There's a very steep valley that kind of like goes right down to the glacier. And it's kind of heavily forested with, lower down it was cedar trees. Now it's getting into alpine pine trees, and it's getting cold. So these are very high mountains. You've come up several thousand feet since you've begun this. Like it's quite a climb. And so you proceed. You're proceeding up in the forest alongside the glacier. Are you taking a marching order? Are you looking out for things? There's kind of a path that's been worn down by many feet going back and forth.
My perception's not bad. Does anybody have a really good like survival or perception? My perception's a +8.
I'm 5 for survival and perception.
It's a perceptive group.
I think Aiden's been muted for like.
There we
10
go.
minutes.
I'm also an 8. I was muting myself because I was eating something crunchy and I didn't want to annoy everyone by crunching in your ears. My perception is also an 8.
Okay, well maybe Jackie can help Aiden and I'll do guidance. So you have advantage and guidance.
I don't think I have help.
Yeah,
Help?
sure. So why don't you go ahead and make a perception roll as you head up the mountain and let me know if you see anything.
Okie dokie.
We need to go back to the water because this is not my natural terrain.
Yeah, you're several thousand
I'm
feet
so
above your natural
uncomfortable
terrain.
here.
It's frozen water.
I was gonna say this water does lead to the
Totally.
ocean, so
I have given to you a +4, a plus a D4,
Oh, all right.
if you want it.
Yeah. So, 22.
Ah, hell yeah!
I'm going to use this as sort of a general role for stuff that you do. So you find tracks of those two gnolls that ran away. You see that they kind of like veer off into the forest and head off. God knows where. You could follow them if you want to just, chase down the last two gnolls. But they had thrown down their weapons and stuff before running away, so you feel that they're probably not a big threat. These are the ones that were doing archery against you from the ridge.
Those fuckers.
Yeah. As you move along, you find a body along the side of the path.
Is it a fire genasi?
It is a dead gnoll.
Oh, hell yeah. Are they burnt?
No. The gnoll has deep claw marks, and it looks terrifying.
Oh god! What the fuck?
It was killed by a beast with claws.
That's
A
not
dragon. We
foreshadowing.
saw a fucking dragon.
um,
Any other game that you're DMing, the level 5 spot a fucking dragon. I wouldn't put it past you.
yeah, they handled it pretty easily too.
It's a giant badger.
Can I make a nature check to see if I know kind of what did it?
No, they fought a pair of cyclops who were badgers. They were one-eyed badgers. People. They were really angry. Cyclops that can tunnel, the worst. You want to make what kind of roll? Sorry, to see a medicine. You make a nature check? Yeah, sure.
Or a medicine.
Yeah. Whichever you prefer. Okay.
Wait. Thank you.
20. Probably a bear.
Oh, okay.
Make a nature check with advantage because your medicine check was good. These claw marks seem strange.
Oh,
Wow.
10. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah, bear for sure.
Super. It's just a bear. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah. It's probably nothing. You've been walking for like almost the whole day. It's getting into the afternoon. Aaliyah says, I think that camp that leads up to the glacier is like maybe another hour. The path is going to turn towards the glacier. The forest up ahead becomes very impassable. It's very, very steep. And so after that, we'll be traveling on top of the glacier, which I don't like it too much, but it's the way to get to Katabatic. If you can't fly, that's the only way to get there. So I recommend that we maybe get quiet. She looks at Nadal, who is not quiet.
oh, we got this, guys. We got this.
Okay, so will you just keep proceeding down the forest towards the glacier?
Yep. I like that this forest has birds in it.
And horses.
Should I? So Richard, because when I'm leveling, Bandit doesn't level. Is there a way to should he be because he attacks, or should I be using a different sheet for when he?
Well, his stats are based on your stats, right? How are they described? I can just update his sheet.
I don't. Oh, do they update?
Yes, if you look at your character's, the whatever wild beast information, it'll tell you that I think that it has the same hit points as you, or it has 5 hit points per your level, or something like that.
Okay, because his Bandit the Crab's character sheet hasn't been changing this whole time.
Yeah, I know it. We have to change it as we go along. So, what is your ability called? I can't remember. It's wild.
Ranger's Companion.
Okay, so we'll just quickly note. Ranger optional class features, archetypes, creator, Beastmaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
The beast. Oh no, that's not. See, it's not the one from Player's Handbook. It's the one from the other. It's from Tasha's. Hang on. Ranger optional class features.
Its hit point maximum equals the hit point number in its stat block, or 4 times your ranger level, whichever's higher.
There you go. So you have 20 hit points. You will have 20 hit points now.
But what about his attacks and stuff?
I have to try to find optional class features. Hang on. Nope. Hang on. Druidic Warrior, Greater Restore, no.
Could you actually just bring up the summon beast thing? It's you can summon. What is it?
Hang on. New Ranger.
A bestial spirit. Yeah, the bestial spirit stat block, whatever that is.
Yeah, if you just type in bestial, it'll show the. Okay, so armor class is 11 plus level of the spell. Well, there's no fucking level of spell.
Bestial. Ooh, bestial.
Yeah, so that's the spell. Hang on. Monsters, bestial spirit. See the summon beast spell. Fuck. Hang on. No, it's beast of the water or beast of the land. Beast is it? Yeah, if anyone's watching this is D&D, man. It's awesome. Beast of the land. Beast.
Cool. Bestial spirit. Yeah. Well, I've brought up the bestial spirit thing, so that's cool.
No, it doesn't work either. What the hell? It just says armor class 15, hit point 1, speed 40 feet, climb 40 feet, beast of the land.
Oh, I've got it here. So it has the attack plus your spell modifier to hit. 1d8 plus 4, which is better.
Oh yeah, so it's 5 times. So it says beast of the sea, hit points, armor class. Hit points is 5 plus 5 times your ranger level.
Cool.
And it has D8 and it has hit dice, so it would have 25 hit points now.
Okay, so that's only when I cast that spell, though. So I'll keep this aside.
No, I think those are just his stats. Because you gained a level, your beast became more powerful. And when you cast the spell, it allows you to use the crab without spending any actions in combat. Which I think is what you wanted, right? So that you don't have to give up your attacks in order for it to attack and do so. Because it says in the spell that you can get it to do things with a verbal command that doesn't take an action.
Cool. But that's only when the spell is active.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So whenever you cast the spell, his stats, I feel like his stats are already going to be good. It's just his stats will. The main benefit of casting this spell will be to be able to use him without any penalties.
Right, on his own turn.
If that's okay.
Cool.
Okay, so up ahead, why don't we do a group stealth check? That means because there are 4 of you, at least 3 of you have to pass a DC 15 stealth check. Pretty sure Aaliyah's not going to be great at this.
2 of us just failed.
Us. We're so good at this.
What is the help command? Like, what does that give advantage?
The help command to help another creature?
Yeah.
Yes. You can, depending on the situation, you can use your action to give someone else advantage to something.
So I just read that because I have my companion, he can help.
Absolutely.
I don't have the help command, but he does.
Yeah, and generally you can use beasts and things like that to do the help thing, but yeah.
Oops, what's the
and
plus
for flanking 2? And so on. Okay, so I have a stealth check of 20. My stealth check was 22. So, but Aiden and oh wow, Kathy, you almost succeeded. If only you didn't have creaky stone body.
I feel like Bandit's gonna be definitely helping us as we're walking if we're doing a group thing.
Bandit is like your crab is like walking along in the mountains. He's just
he's my cape. He's got these little pincers on my shoulders, and he's just like flapping behind me, just going for a ride.
Sure. Okay, so down the path kind of veers to the left and it heads down through the trees. You see smoke up ahead as if from campfires. And Aliyah says the camp is not far over there. I feel like we haven't been very quiet. She looks at Kathy. She looks at Nadal. You know, not so much Aiden, but do we want to try to sneak up to the camp or just kind of charge in there and kill them all like we did before? I guess they don't have a flying ogre anymore. There were some strange beings from Kamsen who were here watching this camp.
Ooh.
Fiery beings.
Oh, fire ones. I'm really getting more weary about this like Aiden fellow as we go. As we keep learning more and more about these like super shitty Genasi from his realm.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not responsible for my entire realm.
Not all Genasi hashtag. Not all air Genasi. And of course, Aiden, we can always back away from that if you don't want your realm to be so.
It's like JS always plays these super secretive characters, and I feel like now it's just like unintentionally just coming all back full circle.
I have nothing to do with this. I'm fighting this system.
Yeah. No, his character Shadow. If she was anything like the character in the book, she's just like an edgy goth teenager. You know, like. He's really good at sneaking around and murdering people.
I can't wait to bring that back. Those are fun characters.
Yeah. Okay, so So she says, well, do we walk up or do we sneak up, or I'm just gonna set up the map and you guys can decide what you want to do.
I'd like to sneak up and just see what's going on.
Can we tell how many people there are?
Why don't I send Bandit up just through the bushes and he can.
You can report back to you.
Can't.
What's that, Bandit? Are there like 14 guys there?
Click. Pinch me for every person you see. Well, no, because I have a spell that lets me, although it does use a.
But we have a Smokey.
We do have.
If we want instead.
Yeah.
Jackie's trying to use her crowd, and Nadal's like, "Let's use Smokey."
Well, because yeah. Well,
Jackie always wants to send in the crab. I say we let her.
But the crab can't then come back and tell you.
I have Speak with Animals, though. I have Speak with Animals as a spell.
There you go.
Yeah, but you have to use a spell slot.
This is true. I do have 4 spell slots to use here.
Okay, so.
I mean, okay, fine, no, but we gotta like let Jackie do it at least once at some point.
Okay, so you tell your crab, all right, crab, go back and report on what you see.
No, we're not using it this time, but one time.
Oh, just one time.
Soon we will. Now is not the time just yet.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just gonna find your tokens and then we'll just figure out what to do. It's gonna be great. I just have to find your tokens on this other map.
I'm sure it'll be super fine.
It's gonna be great.
This isn't the big fight. This is the middle fight.
No, I'm totally critical rolling it. It's gonna be like 6 months of real time before you get up that before you get Jesus 2 days up the mountain. Let me bring that as well. Okay, so I'm just grabbing all of your tokens from the other page. There we go.
No, that's just too much.
I played in a game with the Penny Dragon people yesterday. I took the afternoon off work, and the game master had the active lighting set up. It was pretty cool, like even in overland maps. So when your character is moving around on the map, and like remember when there was like a tent, and I was telling Jackie she couldn't shoot at the person behind the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she wouldn't actually be able to see anything because there would be black shadow behind it in this other It's too much work. Anyway, I'm too lazy.
Oh, this is good.
I don't know about y'all, but with the new leveled up and our new spells and stuff, I'm feeling pretty cocky. I feel like we should just kill some people.
Should we just Leroy Jenkins it and just go balls
Leroy
out?
Jenkins!
But I want to be careful because I don't want to use all my stuff because I'm just so eager to use it. But then, this is not the big fight.
Yeah, but overland travel too, you can feel free to use your big powers because you tend not to have
Okay, but those are all Genasies. We just have to kill that one fire guy. I can do that. We can do that.
I'm gonna put you guys in the corner over here, like you're kind of sneaking up a bit. Although.
Oh yeah.
I want to ask.
Your stuff wasn't good.
What's her name?
What do you mean?
Alina? No. What's our
We got a 22 and a 25.
Aliyah,
26.
Alia? I want to ask her how far is it to where we're going? Like, are we gonna have a long rest after this?
It's a couple more days of travel. It's a couple days of travel on the glacier before we get to. Unless you can fly.
Okay.
Unless you can fly.
No,
us
I'm
there.
betting you we're gonna kill this and then we're gonna encounter whatever the fuck killed that knoll.
This is true.
Or like it's gonna appear and then hit you with a cone of cold.
Swear to God, hell no.
It's my new big trick.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
If you have,
The
if you have
partridge.
unkillable.
The partridge in the party could just kind of walk up and fireball the entire house, blow the roof off of it.
Yeah.
As in our Thursday game.
Okay, well when your druid is actually much weaker than they're supposed to be.
Well, you should have had more hit points than that for sure. Okay, so
Let's
I'm just
do
gonna
something.
check my music.
Okay, let's sneak up and then we'll ask Aaliyah. Are they
Okay, so
will they
you guys
fight
kinda-
against us?
You guys kind of sneak up, and Aaliyah kind of looks through the bushes, and she's like, "Well, they probably spotted us because it looks like they've got the Genasies." And she's like, "No, the Genasies are chained up. They're kneeling, and their hands are chained. Looks like their hands are chained behind their backs, and maybe to their ankles. They're all straining against their chains. They look tired, weak. There's males and females. They're wearing like ragged collections of furs and so on.
So we just want to take out the master.
So the edge of the glacier is like right here, like it just kind of like gently kind of lumps up, so that there are a couple of these wooden ramps that kind of lead up on top of the glacier to avoid crags and stuff. This guy's kind of like looking in your general direction. You guys failed enough stealth that they knew you guys were coming.
Can I?
And plus, you're pretty sure that Brakar the Returner probably flew up and warned everybody that you were moving up. Even before he went back, he doubled back and attacked you, and the fact that he hasn't returned in an extra day speaks to them. So the guy here, he looks kind of like a lizard man of some kind.
Right.
He's got like fire gently burning on his shoulders. You saw one of these before, in the basement of the.
Right.
In the basement of Greenshell's home. He was this guy who set himself on fire to give himself advantage on attacks.
All right.
He's like a flaming lizard man. And he's just kind of like looking off into the woods. Hasn't spotted you specifically, but he knows you're out there somewhere.
And
He's
what,
like,
it looks like he's ready to kill them?
Well, he's basically, that's right. He's got his sword out. It's gently, there's like a gentle flame flickering on the sword, and he's kind of standing, I'll put him right in here next to, and he's vaguely threatening the Genasies that are around him.
So there will be no surprise round.
No, and so he's just kind of shouting. He's shouting, "Give us the girl! We can come to an arrangement."
And
No
is he
need to fight.
technically a humanoid?
Yes.
Or some kind of fucking giant whatever?
Can I run something?
Humanoids are like the people equivalent of whatever race they are. That's what a humanoid is.
So do we want me to try and do hold person while we all kind of rush him?
Before we rush him, so I feel like Jackie would have put some of those magical shackles in her bag, just looking forward to shackling some of the bad guys.
Aaliyah absolutely. Well, Aaliyah doesn't want you to save any magical shackles. She's you see her like grabbing them and throwing them into the lake. Are you going to try to take some?
Well, because they were in our loot list.
Yeah.
Oh yes. That's right. Yeah. So because they were on the Oni.
Yeah, they were in yeah. So I feel like Jackie will have taken one with the intention of possibly using it against Katabatic.
Do you want to hide that fact from her, or just?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to make a sleight of hand? We're gonna travel back in time to make a sleight of hand check.
Sorry, I meant to
It's
bring
not
that
super
up.
hard.
Bandit's helping me. Bandit doesn't need to help me.
I feel like Aaliyah has low perception. Hang on.
Bandit's like distracting her a little in the corner, doing a little dance. Oh yeah. Fuck you, Aaliyah. You saw nothing.
She doesn't notice you purloining one of the magical shackles. Okay, so coming back to this, and so Aaliyah says, "Well then, I guess I better get out there. Turn myself over."
There's only one dude, Jackie.
Only one of guy.
Jackie, you should just pick this guy off.
Yeah.
She's like, "Have you never done this? Have you never done this before? It's not just one guy. What's wrong with you?"
Everyone, ready yourselves. I'm just gonna shoot him.
We're ready. I mean, but until the rest come out, but right now it's just that one guy. Like Jackie should just take him out.
Yeah.
Did we not just go through this yesterday? They're all hiding in the tents.
I think it's fine.
Well, until they're out of the tents, there's not much we can do about that.
Well, exactly, and like we're in a good position. Like
Actually, there is something I can do about that. Ooh, I got an idea, y'all.
Oh god. Okay, so why don't you each cast one spell, like in preparation? Because I feel like you all always want to cast one spell in preparation. This is your big chance, Nadal, to cast Bless or whatnot that you always try to cast but can't.
No, I'm not gonna do Bless. The only problem is that I want to do Twilight Sanctuary, but it makes a giant bubble.
Yeah, when you make the giant black Tetsuo bubble, everyone sees it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you create like a Facebook page and Facebook is like, tell us where you are, and you type and you sort of like use the thing that hides your address, but you're always in the exact center of the bubble that it makes. It's like, sorry, Aiden, you were gonna say something?
Hold on, I'm reading about the spell. I've got a cool idea. All right, well, I'll let you know what I'm gonna do when it's my turn to take my action here.
Okay, so I'm going through I'm just gonna do some initiative for a guy or two. Or you're just gonna blow up the tents? That's great.
I'm gonna blow up the tents.
I'm just gonna add Bandit's Claw to my spell list. That's probably easier than just rolling and calculating shit, isn't it? Like to my attack list on Jackie's spell sheet, so I can actually directly cast it. Okay.
Yeah, you can just create a new one, call it Bandit's Claw, or you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Sadar, hang on, fiery guy.
Are you rolling initiative?
Yeah, I'm rolling initiative for my guys.
Should we?
Don't forget to click on your tokens. Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, then I will.
So Jackie would have cast a Bestial Spirit if we had if we have that opportunity to cast a spell.
Woo!
Sweet.
So we don't get like a bonus surprise round.
No.
Okay.
You do not.
Where did you go?
Oh, I thought you just said we got the deuce.
A spell.
Well, you
Hey,
can
you
cast,
just get to cast. Yeah, you just get to cast one prep spell. Yeah.
Okay. We can't move or anything. We can just cast a spell.
I will respect you if your prep spell is a fireball or something like that. Why not? Like if you want to do that.
Yeah, I don't have.
The guy's monologuing and you blow up all the slaves. Like. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready?
I kind of want a whole person to see if it'll work. Then they won't get hurt, right?
Sure. So did you each do a prep spell that you wanted to do?
No.
I have one that I have something that I want to do. Yes.
I'll let Aiden go first.
So Aiden, so during prep time, what do you want to do? This is your chance to become in windy form, or transform your sword, or get your wind sword, or whatever. That's usually something you have trouble getting going during a fight.
I actually don't want to do those things. What I want to do is
transcended those things.
Dash. I want to dash over here. To this. Wait, let's see. 10, 20, 30. Dash over to this point.
Yeah.
And then I want to cast Gust in a straight line and try to blow all the fucking tents down and like tangle up the people inside them in the falling tents.
That's pretty great.
At the same time, I would like to try whole person on that guy.
That's how long is the gust of wind? Is it 60 feet long?
60 feet, yeah. It can just barely get to the third one.
Ignore this. I'm just gonna test the bandit thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. So you kind of like charge out into the open, and the guy kind of watches you. He kind of watches you run across, and you're gonna cast Gust of Wind.
Yes, Gust of Wind. Boom.
Wait, what? Spell attack bonus is 5. Why is that?
So it kind of looks like this.
Goes out from a straight line from me, 60 feet, right through all 3 of the tents. Yeah, exactly.
Right, so woof, I mean, how does a tent? So this is the gust. What does the gust of wind do? It does.
Why is it adding wisdom?
60 foot long, wind, because it'll blow people 15 feet back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd imagine that the tents would have to make some kind of strength save to see if they're going to collapse or not.
Yeah, so I'm going to give each tent a strength save with disadvantage. And they have to roll 15 or higher. Oh, yeah, disadvantage is really hard. But I feel like this is the perfect thing to knock tents down. So,
I was gonna say, yeah, but they're fucking tents.
Yeah. Yeah, so just roll a d20 with disadvantage, and they need a 15 or higher to succeed. So first tent doesn't save.
Oh, natural 20.
The next tent, well, yeah, 2 rolls, 20 and a 13. The next tent doesn't save, and then the final tent.
No.
It's happening. It's not happening.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 94.
Okay.
Okay, so then what about all the people inside?
Alright, so all of the tents get knocked down. Oh my god, so the tent just kind of like, oh fuck, so this tent goes flying over here, or this tent goes flying. This tent goes flying, revealing 2 guys that were hiding in it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sorry, just had the wrong tool selected. Yeah. Can you see those 2 guys?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're So there they are.
So those are the only 2 guys. The other ones are empty.
So I'm going to make the same saving throw for them.
Yeah.
Against the spell with disadvantage because the tent is like falling on them and so on. So what is your DC? 15.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. All right. So this guy, he's got this. He's got that.
Is there a way to add your proficiency bonus to your actual damage?
No. Normally that's not done.
Well,
Uh,
yeah. Okay.
Does that get added to your crab's damage?
Yeah.
I'll
just manually do +3.
Just write 1d8 plus 3 or 1d6 plus 3 or whatever. That's how you do bonus damage. Okay, so one of the guys, for reasons unknown, has advantage on his dexterity saving. Oh, it's not dexterity saving throw, is it?
Strength.
Strength saving throw. He does not have advantage on strength saving throws. In fact, oh my god. Okay. So, alright, he had an 18 and a 6, so he will go,
Sprawling.
15 feet, the tent on top of him. The other guy. Yes, a very powerful. Fuck. He's just a terrible, terrible creature with fairly shitty strength. And so he also goes flying.
Oh god, that was so much fun.
With the tent on top of him, yeah. Okay, so they both go, ah! Go flying, the tents, and there's like, belongings and, decks of cards and dirty socks and everything go flying all over the place. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I feel like you just kicked it off, so I'm gonna just put you at the top of the initiative and we can work our way down.
I was gonna say, if we're actually doing that, then could my spell have been a sanctuary then? If we were gonna reveal ourselves anyways?
Yeah. I'm going to put you ahead of the bad guys, but that's going to be the spell that you cast this turn. So, because Aiden,
Yeah, but like...
went ahead, so... So Jackie, what are you doing? What's the prep thing that you're doing now that Aiden just charged out into the open and blew away the bad guys?
So I cast Bestial Spirit, so Super Bandit.
Right. Don't forget. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say, don't forget. It's a concentration spell, but it's not. You're very confident to not be. All right. So Bandit becomes Super Bandit.
Super Bandit. Do we have a Bandit token, please?
Yes, off to the left. Way on the left side, on top of the glacier. I just put all your tokens over there.
Cool. All right. So 5, 10, 15.
Oh, I didn't roll for Aaliyah, did I?
What's his?
Yeah, she's there. Oh, she's got a 0.
Yeah, it's not her. Those are the
Oh yeah.
slaves.
Oh, he can't go very far. Okay, well he'll go there. Well, that's not very helpful. Okay. I'll shoot him. I'm gonna cast my Hunter's Mark. And I'm just gonna shoot him twice.
So Bandit is just like galloping across the grass, sideways, like he does. So just so you know, you cast a spell this turn, which means you can't shoot at the same time as casting a spell.
I thought we had a bonus spell round.
You did, but Aiden kind of jump started it when he charged out and attacked during the bonus spell round time. So you have lost.
Wait, but why would
he? This is your bonus spell round.
But why would he go? Because I had first initiative.
Oh yeah, sure. But it's still the same. Okay, I can still put you ahead of him. But you're still this turn. Yeah. This is all you can do this turn.
We each could cast one preparatory thing.
Yeah, but Aiden started it off by attack.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go in order.
Oh, so instead of preparing, Aiden just went balls out.
Yeah, his balls are out there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good then. I moved Bandit.
You have no idea if this prevented them from doing preparatory stuff. Maybe it did.
So I'm gonna have Bandit do his dodge action then to get close.
I think my read on this is that Aiden didn't want to give them a chance to get out of the tent before he did that.
And surprise us.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So Bandit's just gonna double move out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for Aiden and Jackie Nadal. But I'm still putting you guys first because they were honestly not expecting you to just charge out there. So.
I'm just gonna walk over there.
All right. Like a badass, just walking out.
Like I can't also use my bonus to have my shield out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Aaliyah's kind of looks at you guys, and she's like, "I was gonna walk out and sort of trick them, but I guess not." And she turns back to the flaming lizard, and she's like, "All right, Corman, be a man, face me." And she unfortunately, there's not much she can do against this guy because she has a lot of fire magic. Yeah, she yeah, she can't do much. Oh, she's going to how long? What's the range on that spell? She's going to cast. Yeah, so she kind of reaches out. She reaches out to the guy, and she kind of like beckons to him, and all of the fire that's on him just leaps off and into her hand. And she,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
so his sword is out, and he's out. The fire on him wasn't magical. He just lights himself on fire, and gets bonuses from that. And so he's kind of like, "Ah!"
That fucker.
You know, and she says, "I can't hurt you. My friends are gonna make sure you never walk right again. If you touch a hair on any of the heads of my friends, you will pay." Okay, so that's it for Aaliyah, and she's like ready for
Okay,
anything.
it's like she gets 8 temporary.
Nice.
Nice.
Make him away. Okay. Alright, she doesn't have a ton of hit points, that's for sure. Wizards, am I right? Okay, sorcerers, am I right? Okay, so these guys in the back that kind of got knocked down. So you guys all had your prep stuff. So they're gonna try to get out of the tent and stand up and do all that stuff, and I feel like they'll use up their actions just to do that, get disentangled from the tent, and so they both come out from underneath. Yeah, the Fire Seeker and the Satar Mystic.
Ooh, scared.
So Sadar with the sword, he's got Bandit coming in on him, and I think he wants to start killing slaves, but he's like, he really didn't expect for you to just come charging out and attacking. And of course, his thing too is he doesn't want to. Well, the Fire Genasi are probably not super resistant to fire when they have the magical collars on. But he's going to. Spitfire is ranged. Okay, well he's going to. I guess he'll attack Bandit. So he's going to try to bite Bandit. Oh, AC 12. Don't think that's going to hit.
Nope.
And he'll try to use his longsword or his scimitar. Also missing. So wow, that's fucking terrible. Okay. The slaves are kind of like, snickering at him. The other bad guy gets up and from under the tent and he looks pissed off. The slaves, they seem to be chained to put their pegs on the ground. They can't move.
Oh,
Back
fuck.
to Eden.
Activated.
Wooden pegs?
Iron pegs.
Yep.
Pounded into the ground with mallets. The gust of wind is concentration.
Yeah, so it's still going.
And
So
it blasts from you, so if you move, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move forward.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward so that I can get those guys into it again. So,
I'll give you control of it if I can.
5,
I
10,
can't.
15. I'm just gonna come 15 feet there, because that's how far they blew, so then it will... Yeah!
Alright.
Bye.
It starts its turn. Alright, so at this point, now that it's already cast, they will have to save when it's their turn. So
I was saying, are we out of order now forever?
yes.
Forever out of order. I fucked
Nice.
it all up.
Ever?
Nice.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's fine. I had a 10. I don't mind.
Jackie.
Alrighty, so I'm going to command Bandit to attack before me. So we
Alright.
share initiative, but he acts separately. So does it matter if I go first or he goes first?
Either way, you can do whatever you like.
Okay. So he
And
is...
sorry. And those 3 slaves, no, 4 of them that are in my bubble would each get 11 temporary hit points.
Holy shit. Okay.
Try and kill us, bitch, and then I'll roll for Aiden.
Fuck, not
8
one.
for Aiden.
8 points for Aiden.
Okay, so that did
It's
not...
okay, Bandit. We still like you.
And Bandit also gets some.
And Hunter's Mark.
Next turn. Well,
Yeah, in the game that I played with Penny Dragon yesterday, we have a bunch of characters that couldn't see in the dark. We go into a dungeon, and the game master's kind of like, so, none of you can see in the dark. And so the first level Twilight Cleric is like, poof, everyone can see in the dark. And the game master's like, what? I was like, Twilight Cleric. Wait till second level when he can make the Tetsuo bubble. Alright, so, or the Akira bubble. So Jackie just critted? Or is that your, yeah, that's you?
Yeah.
So Bandit just fucked up.
So 15.
It's okay.
15 damage.
Oh my god, okay.
And then extra 9. 24.
Wow. Alright, so yeah, so you blast him. So, you realize you get to shoot 3 times now, right? Don't you have multi-attack now?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do Rangers not get that?
I do. Oh, yeah, fuck.
So
Sweet.
Jackie,
shoot
so you can
twice.
shoot twice with one of your
And
guns and
then
once
attack.
with the other gun, yeah.
Does 14 hit?
Against this guy? Nope. No, he has thick scales and just a 14 would bounce off.
Okay.
Alright, so that's it for you. And you're gonna just run up there in the woods. Nadal.
7 for Bandit and Jackie.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Can I be in the same space as Bandit?
Nope, Bandit is a medium creature. You cannot be in the same space. You can move through it, but you can't end it. You have a reach of 10 feet with your glaive, so...
I know, but I know I can shove. But can I shove over her head? No. I would have to be adjacent. I can't reach him.
Shoving with your shield, you have to be adjacent.
Yeah.
You can attack with your glaive,
Fuck.
which has a reach of 10 feet.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna use my bonus to make my shield my tower shield.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I just counted 20 because I can move 25.
Until your tower shield is extended. you
Yeah,
can move 25.
I can go in there. Okay, now I'm gonna make my tower shield come out. And I'll
Okay.
try and shove him back.
Okay, do you still have your action? You're gonna just shove him out there? Okay.
I'll try.
Yeah. So with your tower shield out, you have advantage in those opposed athletics checks.
Fuck. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's great.
Yeah, so you shove against him, and he's sort of like this muscular, kind of like one of those assholes at the gym who's just so muscular and.
Well, I rolled an 8, so.
Yeah. So.
That's great.
Yeah, so you failed to push him. So that's it for Nadal. Aliyah. Yeah, she's pretty binary, this character. She can make fire, and she can make fire. It's just a lot of fire. So, So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Freedom?
So she's going to run forward, and she says, she kind of kneels down next to one of them, and she's like, hey, let me try something. And she's going to try to dispel magic on the ankle bracelet. I don't know how that works. I'll have to look it up. I just close her character.
Yeah, you can totally dispel magic on an item.
Spells. Oh, she has counterspell, not dispel magic. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay, well, fuck. Yeah, she can't, well, she's just going to, yep, move to the other side and start hitting the guy with, I don't remember where she was. Yeah, she was like, I was so useful last fight. Gonna kind of go over here and provide a flank and start, hitting him with the length of chain that she has. So, yeah.
11 temporary for Aaliyah.
So she's just gonna go straight up. How do you do an unarmed attack? There's no stat for that. Just a stat.
It's a D4.
Yeah, I just need to use. I'm just gonna use. Oh, I should just stab him with a dagger. Yeah. Should probably pull the dagger off somebody. So she kind of goes "Arr!" and stabs the guy for 5 damage. He's like, "Oh, what the hell?" Okay. These guys. Okay, so the guys in the back.
Oh,
so
God.
the mystic. He's like, I'm very powerful mystic. I'll have you know. I'll have a normal chance to save this time.
Can they stand up?
He says, I have not come across the plains for you to just knock me down with a powerful wind.
Actually, you have.
Yeah, so, but there's no damage, right? They just kind of get,
No damage, they just keep getting blown away.
Yeah.
Keep getting knocked over.
You keep wasting your turns.
So I'm going to just roll a few dice for him smashing into the wall behind. And yeah, he's just, so he kind of gets smashed into the wall behind, but then I feel like he's not going to lose his turn or anything. I just need to reduce his hit points. Shit. 9, okay. Okay, so he goes flying back, smashes into the side of the glacier, and kind of like slumps to the ground. So he'll use half his move to stand up, and range 50 feet. Fuck. So yeah. So he's gonna stand up, and 1, 2, 3. That's how far he can go. Yeah, he only has 50-foot range on his attack. Oh my god. Okay. Oh god, come on. Well, he will hold his attack to attack if somebody moves into range. Okay, so Sadar, this guy, he's going to, so he sees Nadal on one side and Aaliyah on the other, and the crab on the other. I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, so he's going to disengage and run like a motherfucker.
Chicken!
Yeah.
He's running for that ramp. Fire Seeker. Fire Seeker has to make a strength save. Fuck. 0.
Wow. How is that even possible?
Well, he has a -1.
That's amazing.
So he goes flying back. He kind of sprawls on the ground, and he'll get up. Ugh! He looks pretty pissed off. So he gets up to one knee, and he will shoot a firebolt. While he sees the wind is coming from Aiden, he'll be like, "Ugh!" Shoots a firebolt at you.
Through the wall?
Yeah, I don't think it stops. I think the firebolt will just kind of like, actually he can move too. You know what? I'm gonna move him. Oh, no, you gotta split up, man.
It says the gust extinguishes candle
Fire.
torches and similar unprotected flames in the area.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give him disadvantage to attack you then through the wind. But he had advantage on his strength save for reasons, so I'll roll again.
Reasons.
So that would be a 17. So he would have saved. So he wouldn't have fallen down. I think he was here.
Was
I guess he would move this way through it to get closer. And he can do a firebolt. He still wants to shoot it in, but I'll still give him disadvantage for shooting through the edge of the thing. So.
It's still he has half movement moving through that wind.
Oh, okay. I'll move him back. I'll move him back. Well, because he would have been here, so he would have gone like 10, 15, 20, 25. So yeah, he was still way back there. Firebolt, AC 15 against Aiden. So you're pretty sure that shot would have hit you dead on, but it just misses you by an inch because of the wind. Okay, so the slaves are all trying to like crouch down and get out of the way. There's not much they can do. They're pegged to the ground. Aiden.
Let me think. Those two guys are not within 5 feet of each other, right? They're within 10 feet.
Yeah, that's right. You couldn't get both of them with your 10-foot thing because it has to kind of line up on the grid.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, you say I couldn't get them both with my gust?
That's right. It would have to line up to the grid somewhat, which means you would get, one or the other.
Let me think.
Unless you can somehow scoot all the way down here and get them from the bottom, in which case you get them both.
Well, I was thinking about going the other direction, actually.
Or scoot up and then. Well,
I mean, I could get all the way up to here.
Did they get blown away from Bandit? Or did they move?
The guy that was there, he disengaged, so there are no attacks of opportunity. He ran away.
But it's okay. I think the gust has served its purpose. I think I might just. Well. Let's see.
It's like having a leaf blower. It's like, until you turn it off, it's going to blow somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll just, I'll step forward just 10 feet and turn it towards the guy that just attacked me.
Alright, that would be this one. I don't think you can rotate it. Oh, you can. Cool.
There we go. And I will also throw a dagger at him.
Okay.
Because why not?
Fuck him up! And it does extra damage because he's being propelled by the wind.
I'm gonna say that you're beyond the short range, but the wind is just like propelling it forward, so don't worry about that. So AC, so you hit him for 4 damage. Oh. This guy is Fire Seeker. How many points do you have? Okay. Alright, so that's that. So that's it for Aiden. Jackie.
Okay.
Running away.
Okay, so bandit. Okay, bandit's gonna go here. And
Like on the edge of the wind. Yeah. Oh yeah.
is that, or does he get blown there?
No, he's fine. He wish he'd get blown.
Or the other guy's gonna be. Sorry, I'll put him here because if this guy here gets blown away, what if he's grappled? Does it make a diff? Like that probably would be counterintuitive.
I feel like bandit might go flying. Also, might go flying as well. Yeah.
Okay, so bandit's gonna attack him. Where did my sheet go? There. Bandit.
Yeah, so I don't know, Aiden. I feel like the Dust Devil has many qualities that are superior to the Gust of Wind. Although the Gust of Wind makes this, a big long piece of terrain that you can't move.
Well,
through.
that's what I mean. I did the Gust of Wind specifically so I could
Use
just
the
hit all
terrain.
the tents at once.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be
14
full of
doesn't
guys,
hit,
and I was
does
just going to like lap tents
fuck
onto
them
all
all
of them.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to have a nice little fight where you could practice your 5th level stuff and just yeah. Sorry, so Bandit is going tribal on this guy.
14 doesn't hit though, does it?
I think he didn't. I don't think it hit him before. His AC is 16. He has very thick, lizard scales. So we're all rooting for Bandit because honestly, Bandit, he's just he deserves better than getting killed every fight. So just saying.
So and Bandit's
That's
gonna
10
go again.
for Aiden.
Bandit's gonna go again. What?
Well, so that was his turn, and then now I have my turn.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use one of my attacks for Bandit to command Bandit to. There we go.
Nice.
So 12 bludgeoning, and he's grappled.
Grapple that motherfucker.
Grapple. So then I'm gonna use my second attack to shoot the fucker.
Okay.
Go.
Now, when you are grappled, does that mean okay, if the condition gives advantage? I don't think so. I think it just means they can't move. Your speed becomes 0. Yeah, it just means your speed becomes 0 when you're grappled. Okay. So you can't get away, but you still hit him for
23
12
extra
damage.
points. 12 and 23.
Yeah. Wow.
I guess let's go one by one. How's he looking?
After the 23, he's very close to death.
Well, so it was 12 first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then plus the 23. Okay. He's still going?
Yep. Total of 35 damage.
And in my turn, I will make it known that if someone is within 5 feet of Bandit, he gets advantage. Just so the party is aware of that.
Nice.
Oh, Bandit gets advantage if he has pack tactics. If
Yeah.
anybody attacks, if anybody's next to Bandit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, don't run away from Bandit. Don't run away. Okay. Nadal.
Right. I don't know. Just like over here.
So you just kind of like walk over there. The fire genasi are all kind of like looking at you go by. You're like this weird animated statue.
I don't know. I guess I'll triangulate him. I don't have much luck, but I suppose I will. That's a 2 damage.
So you bring
Yes.
down Salome's deadly weapon and do 2 damage.
That's just fucking great, man. Come on! It's fine.
Yeah, it's minimum. If you had heavy weapon fighting, if you had great weapon fighting, you could reroll that damage. Okay, so that's it for Nadal.
Yep.
Aaliyah. So Aaliyah, yeah, I mean she. So they have to be adjacent to the bad guy, not to the crab. Yeah. So she is going to stand and protect her people. Not much she can do otherwise against these fire-resistant. Yeah, they're all. Yeah, she's good. Well, actually, you know what? She'll fire some fire bolts at this guy, but I think he will not take. He will not take much damage. So she's kind of like, oh, I should have thought of this. Yeah, Scorching Ray. She gets to make 3 attacks, so not with advantage. 23. Oh, 15. 8. This guy's armor class. Wow. She only hits with the first one, and he takes half damage because he is resistant to fire. So fire kind of like impacts on him. And he's like, brought the wrong weapon to this fight. The mystic, the Satar mystic, who's way up here. He's like, I'll not take this brash treatment from you, slave. And so he has a speed of 30 feet.
Can we be level 6? That would be nice.
Can we what?
Can we just be level 6?
Be level 6.
So he moves towards Aiden, and he deploys some kind of a weird energy, not fire, and he kind of a bolt of energy. He will shoot at you with his void bolt twice.
Void bolt.
Void bolt. Are you in some kind of a weird air form? Or?
I'm not actually. Nope.
So AC 23 for 8 necrotic damage.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Like it's some kind of energy from the negative plane, and he shoots you again for AC 24 for 5 necrotic.
Okay, so 13 total. Got it.
Yeah. And he hovers into the air, so he's like 5 feet off the ground, and he's coming towards you, kind of like what's his name, the bad guy from that Avengers movie. He's floating through the air towards you, and he's shooting you with void bolts.
Floating towards me is a bad idea, buddy.
The wind.
That's right. He's gonna go flying like a frickin' kite.
It's just for I'll be as high as a kite by then. Yeah. Sadar whips around. He's like, "Oh, get away from me!" He will spit fire on his sword, or he will spit fire on himself, and attack. Odd.
He has to first. He has to save against the gust.
No, this is the guy who's
The
not
other
the
guy.
gust.
Oh, it's the other guy. Sorry.
Odd. He will attack Bandit. Oh Jesus. Okay. Well. Okay. He will have melee. He will have advantage on his melee attack against the crab because he set himself on fire. And he will attack just once. AC 17 against the crab for 5 damage. Nico, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
AC 17 against the crab for 5 damage.
Sorry, nope, doesn't hit.
Alright. So that is Sadar.
Fucking Bandit is like OP. This is brilliant. When he gets all the bonuses from the spell, he's like indestructible.
That's great. Fire Seeker will have to make his saving throw with advantage because he's so good at resisting spells. With his strength of 9. First one fails. Oh, I guess, no, sorry. With advantage, that would be this. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I rolled twice, and so I'm going to take the second one. So he saves against the wind. And he is going to go against Aaliyah, I think. So he's just going to like dart up to Aaliyah. He looks like a fire genasi, but he's all twisted and weird. Like he's kind of hairless like she is, but he's got like claw scars on his face. He's got 2 daggers. He's kind of like this crazy little whirlwind of fiery activity. And he is going to. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, yeah, he's going to attack Aaliyah with his dagger. But he's going to attack her 3 times. So, first attack. He doesn't have disadvantage, just has normal chance. So AC 13. And Aaliyah is going to cast a shield spell. So her armor class becomes 18.
Did he save against the wind before he moved?
Yes, he did. He had advantage, and I rolled.
Oh, he had advantage.
I made a disadvantage roll, but it was still 2 rolls, and the second roll was nat 20. So
Got it.
So her AC is 18 now. So his second attack. That's pretty good. 10
Ooh.
damage.
Ow.
Third attack misses. So he kind of comes in and he's like slashes her 3 times. Only hits her once for a lot of damage. But she has. You gave her temporary hit points, right? They seem to have disappeared. How many temp hit points did Aaliyah get, do you think? I think it was 11, wasn't it? Oh, no,
The slaves all had 11. I think she had 8, probably.
all of her hit points have disappeared. Fuck, I hate roll 20. God damn it.
Slaves all have 11. That's amazing.
Yeah. I rolled well.
I feel so much better. Alcohol
Alcohol
sun
is
sun and exercise makes me sick, and alcohol and cookies makes me feel a million times better.
Like I said, Nico is the perfect girlfriend. She's like, he's like, what was the line from Deadpool? He's like, it's like a man invented you in a computer.
I complain way too much, but
okay, so all right. Well, so Leah gets stabbed only a little bit because she had temporary hit points. Isn't that great? And that's it for Fire Seeker. Next is the slaves, who are all just hunkering down with their temporary hit points. Aiden.
Yeah.
Floating guy is.
I'm gonna turn my gust towards the floating guy.
All right.
First of all.
that guy is creepy as all hell. Holy shit.
And then second of all, I'm gonna hit his ass with an ice knife.
Cool.
Yeah.
Except maybe not.
You hit AC 12, which wouldn't hit him, but he still kind of like uses his hand to deflect your spell. When a creature the Mystic can see targets it with a ranged spell attack, you can attempt to deflect it, make a Constitution saving throw if it is higher than the attack roll. So he would have deflected, like you see your ice knife kind of hits towards him and he deflects it.
Okay.
You're still gonna hit him with the cold thing.
It explodes, yeah, and he has to make a dex save or take 2d6 cold damage.
Yeah. So dex save, I make a 15. So I think I saved.
Damn, you saved. Yeah, the 15.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So it looks like he just kind of like shrugged off your ice knife. Boom, shards of ice just go flying in the air behind him.
Bastard.
And go flying downrange. Is that it for Aiden?
That's it for Aiden.
Jackie's up.
Yeah, alright. So
Jackie.
I just read in the spell, the beast spirit, whatever, that he goes after me. Is
Okay.
that... I just hang
And it
on.
has 10 again.
In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. So I was doing it wrong before.
Aiden is not in the bubble.
Oh, damn. Not in the
Neither is
bubble.
Jackie.
But I still have the hit points from before, though, right? The temp.
Yep. If you read it before, yeah. So Jackie, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna shoot first, I guess, then.
Okay.
Same dude.
AC 14 does not hit.
Well, shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna go again. 13.
That will kill him.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you blast him and he just kind of slumps over dead or
Okay.
dead or dying.
I'll do this guy here
All right.
with Hill. Just 14.
That would be the Fire Seeker. His armor class is better than 14.
Okay. So now I'm
So,
gonna. I'll
he
move.
just ducks it.
I'll move Bandit here, and then Bandit gets advantage. And pew pew. Sick.
Wow.
For 16. And
Does Bandit get the Hunter's Mark too? Or...
Nope. Sorry, 14. And without the 2. Sorry. I forgot to uncheck my
So
Jackie
it's
bonus.
only 21.
So
and it's only
21 and for 14 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, and he restrains the guy. The guy is now restrained. He goes snip snip and tries to restrain him.
Maybe for next week, is there a way to make an editable character sheet for Bandit?
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll figure that out.
Because I could just create an NPC sheet and just give you all the rights, and you can just type.
Oh,
in there.
perfect. Yeah. Let's do that. Next time.
Like I think I already made it editable. Didn't I already make a sheet that you have access to?
Well, I have a Bandit sheet, but I can't. It's not editable. It's just.
Okay.
And it doesn't update with my stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's totally. It's like having 2 sheets of paper, and you're like, that's weird. My other sheet of paper didn't upgrade. So yeah. I just don't know where the stats are for Bandit. Fuck, there's so much
Okay.
shit in here.
I have it all. I have it all on Jackie's sheet right now.
Okay.
He's fine.
Nadal, the guy in front of you just dropped dead.
Yep. I'll go over here. Yeah. I think I'll just. Does he seem like wounded at all?
He's wounded, but not very much.
Fine.
Are you gonna grab his face?
Yeah. It's 10, but I get advantage, right?
Yes. Yeah, with a nat 1.
16.
16 does not hit. He has higher than 16 AC. I am very sorry.
Okay.
It was good of you to seek advantage, however, it was not enough. If that's it for Nadal, Aaliyah will go. Yeah, she's just going to try to stab him with her dagger.
Stab him.
Although he's only resistant to fire. He's not. Yeah, so she's going to try to grab him with her shocking / burning grasp. 17 hits for 7 fire, which becomes 3 fire. Yeah, so she kind of grabs him and fire flares, and she's like, "Die, you denatured thing!" When she's grappling with him, he really does look like a fire genasi who's been twisted and ruined. All right, the mystic. The mystic will save against the wind. Yes, he will save because he is very strong. And he will now save. He will now make a save throw. Oh! So his skirt does not flip up over his face. And he'll just kind of levitate this away. So that'll be like a 10, 15, 20. And just levitate above the tree, 25, 30. So he's up in the tree, up in the air, looking down at you, and he's going to try to hit you with his void bolts again. Void bolt 1! Whoosh! AC 18 for 7 necrotic.
Damn.
Can't believe I'm rolling this great. And second attack, AC 20 for 11 necrotic. Holy shit.
Dude.
And I forgot that you should be making a concentration check each time you take damage to keep the wind up.
I should.
So we'll forget last turn, but you have to make 2 saves this turn. DC 10 Constitution.
Okay, just a
If
second.
you don't get hit, do you have to make a save for your concentration?
Every time you
spell?
take damage, you.
But if you don't get damaged, you don't have to.
I'm gonna say that if you have temporary hit points and you get hit, there are still hit
No,
points.
yeah, but like if you don't get attacked at all, you don't have to.
That's right. That's right. There are conditions. There are ways that you could lose concentration, like if you fall down a hill, or if or if people are slapping you, or if you're drowning, or things like that could cause you to lose concentration, even if you don't take points of damage. So, Aiden, do you want to make a couple of Constitution saving throws?
Is that concentration, right?
Yeah, concentration.
So is that Constitution?
Yeah, concentration is just a regular Constitution saving throw, 10 or better.
Okie dokie.
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, that's not good.
So much for the gust of wind.
It was well loved.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
But it
It's
is
a
not
good
done.
one.
All right, so he's like, yes, and now you will learn the ways of void magic, or something like that. So yeah, he did his 2 void bolts, and that was it. Okay, Sadar is dead meat. Fire Seeker. He's gonna do a fire burst, I think, because he is surrounded by people. Fire burst, melee weapon attack, reach 5 feet, all adjacent creatures. So he's gonna go against Bandit, AC 10, against Nadal, AC 18, against Aaliyah, AC 10. Wow, nothing hit. It was totally shit.
Fuck you, Fire Seeker.
He's going to use a bonus action to disengage and run in amongst these fire genasi. And maybe he'll burn them up next turn.
Can you disengage when you're grappled?
Oh, that's right. He's grappled. Erratic movement. Fire Seeker can take disengage or hide actions as bonus action. In addition, opportunity attacks, disadvantage, evasion. Yeah, he would have to use his action to get out of that grapple, so I guess he can't. So he stays there. Well then. Alright, the slaves are just going to keep
Does
cowering.
he do anything?
Definitely move the wrong person back.
Oh yeah. Shoot. I mean, he tried to burn 3 people, but missed with all of his attacks. Aiden.
So how far away from me is that guy?
He's up in the air, but he's still like 15 feet away from you.
15 feet. All right. This sounds like a job for a thunder wave. Boom.
All right, so this is a Constitution saving throw. He will. Oh, you didn't have to make an attack roll, so you can't deflect it. He doesn't have magic resistance. Can't deflect it, so he just has to save. Ugh. Okay. So he will use his. His Constitution saving throw is pretty good. In fact, it's his best save. Ugh, I roll a 4. So he takes 12 damage. It gets blasted.
Gets blasted. Back again.
Yeah, so he kind of like tumbles up higher up into the air.
And with my bonus action.
And now his robe goes over his face.
My bonus action, I'm gonna take my Hubbub Windy form and throw my lightning bolt at him.
All right.
Do I just roll? Oh, call lightning. There it is. No, that's not it. That's call lightning.
No, there should be an attack in your list for the lightning bolt.
Oh, Hubbub Lightning. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this he can try to deflect, but he's got to beat a 27 on his con save. So
no dice.
Yeah, so he deflects the attack, and your lightning just goes right through. Hits him for 10 damage.
That motherfucker.
He's fine. Okay, so that's it for Aiden.
Did you say he's fine?
Well, you know. Like the meme of the dog on fire, he's fine.
Oh, right. Yeah. That kind of fine.
Okay, so how are both of them looking?
both of who? The guy who's fine and the other guy who's surrounded by enemies. They both seem to have lots of hit points left. It's like these guys kind of fall into the crack of, you know, lots of hit points but don't have great attacks, and so it's just a good chance for you to use your new abilities and things.
Well, I'm gonna go after this flying guy in the sky, I think.
All right.
And I'll use my bonus action to switch my... Oh no, I can't because he's not dead yet. Never mind. I'll shoot this guy, the same guy.
Point blank.
Because I can only do that when...
Yeah, point
They
blank
die.
from 42 feet away.
Alright, so Jill. Whoops, ignore the advantage. So 17?
Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
So 14 damage. Yeah.
And another 14.
All right. Yeah, he still has a lot of hit points.
And another 16.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Yeah. So Jackie is just standing at the edge of the forest, just kind of going.
Fucking shit up.
Yeah, just like yeah.
And Bandit gets him for 13.
Shit.
Nico, have you watched Shadow and Bone yet?
Yeah, I started it. I'm a few episodes in.
The fucking gunslinger totally reminds me of Jackie.
Yeah. Oh.
Like every scene where they're like, "We're all
He's
gonna
got the
die.
same
How can we-
flair,
How can we
too.
survive this?" And Gunslinger's like, duh, bang, 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 bang. You know, it's like every time.
He's
like
so Jackie, isn't he? Oh my god.
Yeah. No, but that's so YA too, right? Where it's like the writer just sets up a situation that's hopeless, and I'm like, why don't you just shoot him? Just shoot him. You know? And this guy's like, oh wait, bang, 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 bang. You know, he just literally shoots all the bad guys. Yeah.
It's so good. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Well, I guess that'll do.
No, I like the show because the casting. People were complaining about the casting of the boyfriend guy, Mal, because he's not like, conventionally attractive, and I'm like, that's one thing that's great about this show is it doesn't look like an episode of the CW. They're not like improbably good-looking people. Like
Right.
even Ben Barnes, you know, the dark guy. You know, he's a really good-looking guy, but he doesn't look like he's had plastic surgery.
He always plays those like sinister, beautiful people.
He's
Well, yeah, he's in the Punisher. He was gorgeous. He plays a guy who's known for being good looking.
he's
And
so good
famously,
at
the
being
Punisher
smarmy.
disfigures him, and he becomes a villain, a Joker
Yep.
style villain.
And he was that same kind of character in Westworld too.
Yeah, I haven't seen Westworld.
Who's the guy who plays Kaz? Because I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's great too. Like a lame you know character is always good fun. You know, guy
Oh,
with
he's
a cane.
brilliant.
Yeah,
He's-
he's great.
He's
really good.
exactly how I pictured him from the books too. Like
I
just
keep hoping
so
his
spot
cane would be
on.
a sword cane, but well,
Yeah.
shocker. Spoiler: I don't think it's a sword cane. It's just a cane.
So good.
He's
But I
totally
like the fact that he's like a totally
good.
non-combat character, right? Like he just
Yeah.
kind of limps into the room. Everyone's doing stuff, and he just, you know, he's like, yeah, he just doesn't.
He's just the brains.
Yeah. Okay, so who are we? So Jackie just did 45 damage to this guy. Bandit pinched off his other nut. You know, it's just going from bad to worse for the bad guys.
And
Nadal.
Bandit gets temp hit points. What does Bandit get? Oh, you know what? Jackie will move into the bubble.
9.
Okay. Jackie's gonna move into the bubble. So we both get.
Oh, I should have done that. Oh, I am in the bubble.
No,
You are.
You're in the bubble.
Oh, I didn't get my 10 hit points. What do I got?
6. Sorry.
Yeah, nice.
I think didn't you roll for him before? Hang on. Oh no, that was the round before. Never mind.
No, because I had been out of the bubble before.
Right.
8. No.
Okay, so Nadal, what you doing?
Just gonna hit it, I guess.
Richard, I've got a question. If on Bandit's turn, if I tell him to use the help command, does that apply to, like, if I say instead of attacking help Nadal, would that help her on her next turn, or does it have to be something that is happening at that moment?
It would help. The thing is, Nadal doesn't need help because Nadal's already getting.
No, I know, but just like in theory.
Like if Bandit wanted to help Aaliyah, it would help Aaliyah's next attack. Yeah.
Okay.
So he would be distracting the enemy. Or
so he's like
whatever,
readying his
Aaliyah.
help, I guess, is what he would be doing. Okay. Cool. How long does this spell last? This is fucking
awesome. So Nadal, what you doing?
An hour.
I did it.
Oh, sorry. Vicious Glaive for another.
Yep, that's it.
5 damage. Well, he's still up. Okay, so that's it for Nadal then. Aaliyah, she will keep stabbing the guy with her dagger. Or no, she doesn't do much damage with her burning hands, unfortunately. She's gonna disengage and go after the other guy. She's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna give you the time of day." She looks up at dude hanging upside down with his robe around his head. He's like, I'll kill this one. So the mystic kind of like flips himself over and he looks down at you guys and he's like, oh, the runaway has returned. Well then, let me still kill the one. Oh no, but Aiden's gone windy form. Well, he's still going to try to shoot you at least once. Oh, he has disadvantage now, eh? Aiden, to attack you?
No, not with this form.
Oh, okay, so 13 and a 17.
Nope, they don't hit anyway.
So he's like, oh, that's unfortunate. And he's going to... Yeah, he's going to keep hovering up here. He's like a flying turret. Okay, so Fire Seeker. Try to regain my Fire Burst on a roll of a 5 or a 6. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna do. Yeah, he's gonna do Fire Burst again. So against the crab, AC 13, 18 damage, and against Nadal, AC 27 for 12 fire damage.
Yep.
Ouch.
He bursts like flames just shoot out of every orifice.
That's disgusting.
That's probably the wrong mental image. He just bursts into flames. Yeah. Shooting fire out of his nostrils.
Like Bandit is now fully red crab.
Well, Bandit got missed, so yeah. Okay, that's it for the slaves. We're just going to crouch down. Everything just went wrong. Aiden.
Alright. I'm going to run closer to this guy and hit him with another Thunder Wave.
Oh my god, okay.
What? 2 damage?
Oh.
How is that possible?
2d8, minimum roll.
Oh
2
my
nat
god.
ones.
That's unbelievable. What
And
the
that's
fuck?
a con save. The Mystic will make his Constitution saving throw. An easy roll. He saves. So he takes one damage. He's like, oh, pitiful.
And
Oh
then
no,
I'll
that's the
also
saddest thing ever.
hit him with my bonus lightning attack. Zap.
He will deflect it with his ability to deflect spells. Nope.
No, he will not.
He does not deflect it, and therefore he takes 5 more damage. Oh, don't like it. That's it for Aiden. Jackie.
Nadal, can I get some temp hit points?
6.
Again.
Yeah.
I will just continue shooting, I guess.
This is where you want to lie down, Bean. I guess you can.
Ooh.
She's lying on your arm.
Yeah, I'm just holding her. Just like, oh man in here.
Cats are so dumb.
Oh,
Alright, so the
no.
first shot is a miss. 14 will not hit. 14 will again not hit. And
19 for 12.
Yeah, he's still up. He's in pretty bad shape, but he's still up.
Alright, so now Bandit gets to go.
Bandit could snip his aorta or his carotid, the big artery of the leg.
Nope.
Nope.
Not a hit. Alright, but he has advantage, because Nadal's on the other side.
Oh.
He also has advantage because Nadal's next to him. That's even
Yeah,
worse.
still. Ah, wow, that's well.
Alright, so you
Sorry,
get
guys.
temporary hit points if you want, and then it's Nadal's turn.
I don't know. I'll just hit him again. Okay. Okay.
We're
Two damage.
we're just getting a little tired.
It's like you insult me with your weak attacks. Aaliyah. So Aaliyah kind of steps out from behind you. She says, "Don't mind me. This one doesn't seem to be fire resistant." And so she's going to hit him with. Some of the good stuff. Yeah, she's going to hit him with like a triple scorching ray. I'm just going to roll them all. Jesus. He will attempt to deflect the first one. Did he try to deflect something already since his last turn? I think he did, so he will not deflect anything. And so he will take, this guy's dead. Yeah, he will take, his 6 fire damage. She's like, Arrgh! Okay, cool. That's it for her. The Mystic. You guys are moving up on him. He's gonna hover higher up so you can't hit him with a butt blast unless you leave because you're on the ground, right, Aiden?
I'm on the ground. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't know that he doesn't know you can, or he's assuming you're on the ground, so he's gonna fly like 20 feet up so you can't get him with your blasts. And
Underway anymore.
He's underway. And he noticed that you were hard to hit, and Aaliyah hit him, so he's going to switch. You'll put one shot into each of you, I guess. So, disadvantage and Void Bolt. 17 against Aiden.
Nope.
And normal chance to hit her with his Void Bolt. Void! Miss. Ah, this is bad. Okay. Fire Seeker. He wants the crab to release him, so he's just gonna stab him with his dagger until he stops grabbing him. And so he will, he will just dagger against the crab. AC 12, AC 19 for 9 piercing.
Nope.
19 doesn't hit him?
No, Bandit's 17, and during the spell he gets +3 on top of that.
Holy Christ.
So
Okay, so he's like, trying to stab the crab and he can't, and he's grappled, and it's just embarrassing. The slaves not doing anything. Aiden.
Does the grapple still apply if Bandit attacked in the next round and missed? I guess he's got
grapple,
2.
Yeah, the grapple, yeah, he can, yeah, I
Still,
think so.
okay. Cool. How many fucking hit points do these guys have? This is insane.
They have a lot.
Kill them, burn them to the ground.
I'm gonna cast Dust Devil right above that guy.
Okay.
Push him down.
Cool.
Alright. So your Dust Devil is down here, so...
Why? I'm getting the worst freaking damage rolls this whole fight. Jesus.
And it's a strength save.
Oh, he's not pushed
Saves.
down.
And I think he takes... Well, we'll just do 1 damage, yeah.
Sheesh. And I'll also hit him with the bonus lightning. At least that's doing some damage.
He will attempt to deflect it.
No.
Fuck.
He will
Alright.
fry.
Okay, so, yep. You have hurt him. So that's it for Aiden. Jackie.
Okay. Bandit's gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. So I get advantage. I'm gonna just go pew 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 pew. Oops. The hell? Oh, for fuck's sakes.
That's a miss.
There we go. For 8.
Alright. He is very close to death. 1 more shot ought to do it. If you can hit him.
I'm gonna hit this guy up here actually.
Okay.
Because then I'll use Bandit's attack for
Okay.
that one.
You will be at disadvantage because you're melee with somebody while you shoot
Right,
outside
okay.
of melee.
Fair enough. So 10.
Who?
11.
Nope. That'll miss.
Okay. Well then, Bandito. Sweet. 15.
Alright, so how does Bandit kill this guy?
I feel like Bandit's just gonna jump in the air and snip right in the throat.
Yeah,
A little
okay,
spiral
so
pirouette down back on the ground.
Yep, so he's dead. That was
Oh no,
something.
he'll swing around actually and then clip back onto my shoulders.
Okay, so that's it for that. Nadal. Guy there is dead.
The slaves there. There's a shackle and then the shackle's tied to a metal pole thing.
Yeah, like a post in the ground, yeah.
Can I search for keys on one of these 2 people?
Well, the posts look like they were hammered into the ground through the thing, and the shackles themselves don't have keys. They have to be like cut off or removed with smithing tools.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I certainly don't have smithing tools. But do they look like they can be pulled out at least?
Yeah, with a lot of effort. Yeah, the same way you would pull it, like a fence post out of the ground using brute strength.
Okay.
Something you can't really do during a fight, unless you have ways to cut metal.
Yep. I just don't really have anything I can do.
Okay.
So I'll
Leah.
just...
So she's just gonna keep blasting away at this guy up in the air. How do we do? Yeah, she's gonna do
Oh, well,
pulse
Sacred Flame is 60 feet.
Yeah.
That would reach him, right?
Yeah, so I will make my dexterity saving throw.
Thank you.
18.
Yep.
So meanwhile, she's going to do her Scorching Ray at 3rd level because she's out of 2nd level slots. So she will shoot 4 rays.
Have you been rolling her d20s?
I have been. I haven't
we
rolled
all
this turn yet.
swap
Well,
spots.
more or less. I have been a bit. 23, 14, 18, and 15. So only 2 hits. Jesus, for like 7 and 2 fire. This is some shitty 9 damage. Alright, let me roll. Wrong die. Okay, just give me 2 seconds. So Aaliyah gets a wild magic surge with her spell casting, and she can take another action immediately. So she will cast another spell at him. This time she's just going to hit him with a regular, just a firebolt. Better than her other spell. Okay, so that's right, because cantrips do 2 dice of damage. Okay, so she hit him for 10 more damage. So yeah, so she got a wild surge of magic, and it gave her the ability to take another action immediately. So he looks pretty badly hurt up there too. So the Mystic is like, oh, I'm not doing so well. Now he made his save, and now his turn starts having made his save, right? So he can just get out of there, I guess. Yeah. 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 So he's gonna fly away towards the glacier, and he will shoot his void bolts at one at Aiden and one at Leah, like before.
I thought it was like Moonbeam, like anytime you're in it or start your turn in it, so you could do it twice.
Well, because it got cast on him, and then he saved, and then what does it say for the Dust Devil? I think it's if you end your turn in it, or if you start your turn in it.
It says any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, so he just left. So Void Bolt against Aiden. I'll roll twice for disadvantage. AC 16 is the best, and against
Nope.
Against what's her name? 18 hits. How much temp hit points did she get last turn? Because I didn't record it. You want to roll for her? Did you give her some?
8, I guess.
Okay, so that's good. So she still has 1 left. All right. He's dead. Aiden. Guy looks like he's in pretty bad shape.
Where is he?
He flew up towards the top of the map.
Oh.
20, 30. He's 40 feet away. I guess first I will hit him with my lightning bolt. Damn. Or not.
That's a bummer.
Someone take his cookies away from me.
Guess I'll try to get him with an ice knife. Damn. Crappy rolls.
So get a dexterity save to not take 4 damage. He has 3 hit points left. So, his dexterity is a +2, so I have to roll a 13 or better to save.
Yeah.
So he just pompously deflects it. Yes, it's nothing really. You know, you're all fools. I shall come back and get you later, Jackie.
Alright, well, I'm gonna apply my Hunter's Mark to him. And
Down, Jackie.
Shooty.
And murder him.
Oops, sorry, I don't have advantage. But that hits for 6.
Yep. So you kill him. How do you want to kill this guy?
I mean, I'm just gonna shoot him. I can hardly see him.
So you go kabang, and
See
he
you
just
later.
drops to the ground. For once in his life, he's not hovering. And that'll be the end of the fight. So,
Ooh.
yeah, so mental note for me: find enemies that can hit better, and don't need to have so many hit points.
Can Aaliyah make fire that's hot enough to melt metal?
Not without hurting the people that are. So she's kind of like, well, we're gonna look through all this stuff here and try to find something. This camp seemed to have a whole bunch of stuff. Does everybody want to? You could search the camp to try to find something to break those chains.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
I want to search the bodies too, because there's probably keys.
Yeah, like I said, those shackles. Well, the shackles that are tying their hands to their feet probably have locks with keys. You can find those for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, the ones that are on the wrists can be unlocked, but the ones that are around their ankles that suppress their genasi abilities.
Okay. I'll look for the keys and unlock the ones that I can.
Yeah. Just a second here. Second. Okay, so you don't. Yeah, so like I said, you find. But give me investigation checks to see if you can find what you need to break all of those. Aaliyah will aid any one person who wants aid.
Investigation.
Trying to find tools to break the. Is anyone else investigating or helping?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Not very well, I'm not.
Not good.
So, Shem, you said that you would get advantage because of Aaliyah, and I'll give you guidance.
On who? On Jackie or on Aiden?
On Aiden, because Jackie's just going through the bodies.
Okay, so Aiden, you get to roll again, and you get to add an extra D4 as well.
Okie dokie. $19.
Okay, yeah. So I had decided that 20 was going to be required to find full-on, anvil and stuff to break the shackles with, but you were 1 point short. So you probably find some kind of tools, and Aaliyah says, "I'd like to stay with my people and free them. In fact, I'd rather stay with them than go on. If that's unless you can all stay and help free them." So I'm kind of worried that if I send them down the mountain by themselves, they won't. They'll fall prey to whatever it is killed that gnoll.
Sure, you
Not
do
sure
what you
what
have to do.
I'm not sure what I should do.
Well, we're gonna help free them. Aren't we?
Well, it'll probably take like it'll probably take like a good hour for each one in order to based on how long it took for you to smash the thing off of her.
Well,
some idea here.
Okay, well, what if I took the potion of hill giant strength?
Well, I mean, there's like 6 of them, so we could probably use a long rest while that's happening.
Yeah, sure. If you want someone to quaff the potion of hill giant strength, I feel like that would reduce the amount of time by half for sure. But if you're taking a long rest, I don't think it makes.
I think we should take a long rest anyway. I used up most of my spells in that fight, and I lost a lot of hit points, so I could use a long rest.
Okay.
I used almost
Jackie's
mine.
feeling great.
Yeah,
I got
Aiden
fucked up.
got hit like 4 times in a row by the guy's void bolts. Yeah, so. Yeah, so Aaliyah says those 3 guys were were sort of like the boss, the slave bosses. That weird floating dude he comes from the astral sea. He's a strange creature from some other dimension. She kind of kicks the guy who looked like he was a fire genasi but all twisted and weird. He said this guy comes from Kamzan. Don't know what happened to him, but he was just wrong.
Which one seems like it was the leader?
Probably the professor guy, the guy who was floating in the air who died at the top of the map.
I mean, if we're gonna take a long rest, I have to speak with Dead. We could question him if we wanted to.
That could be cool. Do you want to do that?
I can ask up to 5 questions, okay? Well, what do we want the questions to be?
One problem is that if you don't, people that you kill don't automatically answer your questions unless you can trick them into believing that you're friends or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't have anything to disguise myself. Well, whatever.
I think I have the actor feat.
No, but it has to be me. Like, they won't answer to anybody else. Okay, well, whatever. Guess we don't need to question them.
What was that last treasure that you found? I can't. Oh no. Okay, no, there wasn't something there. I thought there might have been.
Okay, let's just camp, I guess, and take watches afterwards. Well, we're freeing them first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the slaves are they're all happy that they're being freed. They kind of look at Aiden askance because, again, they have this institutional knowledge that, the Air Genasi's are the ones that have enslaved them. They're curious about Nadal, who is a very strange being. And, but they don't seem to be like leveled, adventuring types like Aaliyah. They seem to be more like regular foes. So they just have kind of like the basic Fire Genasi ability of controlling fire, which is like the control fire cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aaliyah says. So she says, I'm kind of torn because I want to lead these people back down the mountain. But I also want to make sure Katabatic gets killed, and also that more of my people that are still at the dig might be rescued. One of the freed slaves kind of speaks up and says, there aren't very many left up there. Things have been going wrong. Many have died. Many of us, also many of the slavers. It just seems like it's a bad situation up at the dig.
Like, how are they dying? How is everybody dying?
Well, at first people were just going missing in the night, and then later on, some kind of a powerful beast tearing through the ranks and murdering and slashing and freezing.
What kind of beast?
Anybody who knows what the beast is probably did.
Cool.
It seems like they might have awakened something down there in the ice.
Oh, great.
Okay.
And it's okay.
So Aaliyah says, I can describe to you what it is that they found. It seems to be some kind of an old forge. Thousands of years old, somehow ended up, this entire structure ended up in the glacier and it's just floating down the glacier. So it's all crooked stone corridors and broken masonry and old ancient machines.
Play that Mercer.
Yeah, fuck, yeah, sure. It's exactly that, yes. It's like the ruins of Aor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just this ancient...
I've heard of that.
You could spend the next 6 weeks exploring 2 rooms, so, yeah. So she says, well, I think it's settled then. I think I'm going to head back down the mountain with my people.
Okay.
I'm hearing cats outside going, rrr, rrr. Cats in heat. She says, what's going to happen? Am I going to have to kill people to avoid being recaptured? What's going to happen if we end up down there?
I mean, after we're done killing everybody up there, we'll make our way down. So if you've been recaptured, I guess we'll
go find our ship.
She says, that's kind of cold, isn't it? Like, that's not very nice. If we've been recaptured, you'll just free us again? Thank you, that's very nice.
What other options do you have?
Well, where are they headed? We can send them back to our ship. To our
I guess I'm asking you, are there like slave gangs, are there like slave owner gangs running the streets recapturing people, or what is it like?
I thought you meant like on the way down.
Well, on the way down, once we get back to the city, I mean, we can't...
Once you're at the city, seek out Wilhelm.
Yeah, well, we've taken out a lot of them, but I'm sure there's still people around.
She says, I don't know who Wilhelm is.
He's the counselor. I can let him know that you're coming.
Okay. Is he one of the good ones? Is he pledged to...
He's against slavery, so that's not right.
Well, that's good. I'm kind of glad then. She says, I wish I could have been more help in this fight, but
Yeah, you were useless.
I'm not very good against enemies that are fire resistant.
I'll sit down, and I will cast Sending
Okay.
to Wilhelm.
What will you say?
I will say we have rescued 5 Genassis. They are making their way down.
No, that's so many words. We've rescued rubies. They're coming.
That's 10. That's 10, yeah.
And then I'll say,
Are you pooping?
please help shelter.
Yeah.
And then I'll say we are, I don't know how many days away we are, but like if they're taking their time going down, 2 days away, incoming. That's it.
Okay.
Send
He
snacks.
He can answer.
Yeah, so he answers, he says, so you freed fire Genassis. Excellent. I look forward to working with you again soon.
Boring.
I will put them to work in my wine estates.
If
You will offer them employment.
like he's basically like they're gonna meet up with the other Genassis.
Yes, in the wine estates. It'll be great. Sure. You're not sure if he was like pulling your leg. It's like, yes, this evil demon has a sense of humor.
Are they leaving now? Or are they staying?
Well, they'll leave in the morning, I guess. They don't want to stay up here on the mountain.
Okay.
Can we tell them to go seek out our ship and find Cog and bring my bracers to him?
Well, you've already told him to find Klaus Wilhelm, so he'll probably be waiting at the bottom of the hill, or waiting for them with his bodyguard. Okay, so you find a bit of money's worth of stuff on these bad guys.
I'll do like a mass healing word on like these people.
Okay, great.
Yeah, there's 6 of them. It's not high. It's a little something, and they basically keep their temporary points forever, I think.
Until a long rest, and so they would all be gone in the morning. Yeah.
They'll each get 6. It's some.
Wow.
100 EP Electrum pieces?
Yeah, they're worth half of a gold. So yeah.
See, how much is that? How much is all of that in gold?
179.
I think we should give all of it to them. It's not that much, 279. Let's just let them have it.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you guys think?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'll give it to Elia and tell her, to use it for the rest of them. For clothes and food and whatever. Because they don't have to stay with Klaus if they don't want to.
Right.
Here you go.
So Elia says, well, if the gates are closed, or if the portals are closed, we can't go home.
Nope.
Well, hopefully until the portals are reopened.
Yep.
So, when
right
you
now,
come back
Wilhelm,
into the city, look for us.
Okay, because we rescued other Genassis. They were air Genassis, and they're under his care as well.
They are under his care. That seems strange, but yes, we'll see.
Yeah, well, we've got some dirt on him, so.
Please tell me, you have dirt on him. Can we
tell
trust him not to enslave us?
Yes. And you don't. If you want to leave, you can. He's not keeping you captive.
Oh, well, that's refreshing.
Yeah, well. Baseline for human decency.
Okay, so anyway, so Elias says, well, all I can say is watch out for Katabatic.
Your camera's having some trouble there, DM. Oh my god, my cat is so
I'd say look out for Katabatic. He is a strange and very powerful being.
What's he like? Like, does he have resistance to things that we should know about? I need
Oh
tips
yeah,
and
yeah.
tricks.
What can you tell him? What can you tell us? What class? What level? What race? What spells does he have?
Spill the beans.
Well, she looks over at Aiden again and she says, he's one of you.
Yep. Does he have like magic-y stuff or?
Well, he doesn't fly like this one does.
Okay.
Don't know what kind of magic you have, Air Genasi, but this one, the
I'm excited. Next level, I can fly too.
Katabatic, his legs aren't right. He has.
Okay.
He seems to have wooden legs or something, prosthetic legs, something like that. He doesn't walk. He walks with a strange gait that makes a metallic sound. He doesn't float off the ground like you do, Windy One. He carries a glaive. Seems like everyone carries glaives these days. He's well armored. He's where you, Aiden, are slim and light on your feet. Katabatic is brutally strong, big, much bigger than you.
Damn.
No offense.
Kinda hot though.
But he has a charisma to him as well. But also there's a madness. He seems crazy.
Any traps or like bodyguards that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, what kind of security? Well, it seems like a lot of them are dying already.
Yeah, the freed slaves are kind of like, I wouldn't go back there if you paid me. Although thank you for paying us. Yeah, they had us burning through the ice day and night. It was thankless work. We weren't suited for it.
And they released something.
We weren't suited for it, but when the final chamber was opened up, something came out and started killing. I think most of his people have run away or are gone. The glacier is terribly dangerous too. There are ice spirits that fly in the air and freeze you to death. You'll find them on the way. It'll be easy to find the path because of all the frozen bodies that are standing like statues.
Okay, so if Aaliyah is going to be part of the watch and we each take it, like 2 people take 1 watch, I could do the dome because it's only 9 people.
So you're going to do the dome and just pack as many people in as possible?
Well, it can have up to 9.
Okay. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
you can do your dome and people can take turns getting in.
Right?
What's that?
Bandit counts as a creature.
Yes.
Bandit's gonna have to stay outside.
What's the benefit of the? Okay, what's the dome? It's just
So basically, I'm gonna ritual cast it, so it takes me 10 minutes, and then it's like impenetrable. There's like a dome. It stays there for 8 hours.
It's called Leomund's tiny hut. It basically makes a tent that is a force field that looks like a tent, and then
cool.
outside it's camouflaged.
Yeah.
Inside it's climate controlled, and you can see out as if it weren't there from the inside.
Okay. Well, can Bandit just like cling to me and just not be affected by it, or do I have to put him out the door?
It's like a circle. It's like a circle.
Yeah, Bandit can cling to you. He can be small for this. It's fine.
Okay.
You'll have to take turns being inside of it because I think there's more than 9 of you.
Yes, so we're 10. So the person who's on watch is gonna have to stay like outside of it.
Cool. Bandit will
and
hang out with
also,
them.
and also, I can't leave it.
If you leave it, it dispels the spell. Yeah.
Cool.
Which means that conveniently you can't take a watch.
I know. Well, I could. I can. In the next times when these people are
This
not
tent
on
is
the-
her watch.
You can watch from inside of it because you can see perfectly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for today, I can't.
Cool.
All right, so I'm just gonna do three watches for your watching of the watch. So who's doing the second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Well, I can take it because I still have basically everything.
No, let Aiden
Or-
do it, because then he can just fly directly up and like escape.
Okay.
Leaving you all behind. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else is safe in the dome. I don't know.
All right, so in the night, so Aiden, so you have to be out of the dome if everybody's gonna, if the other 9 people are in the dome. So when you're watching, you're outside of it. Make a perception check.
Perception check. Oh, good. $17.
I think that's pretty good.
Well, could we have like done the dome like in the trees, so and then the dome's like kind of greenish, so we're like a little
Yeah, the dome is well hidden.
undercover.
So the what did you do with the bodies of the people that you killed here?
We left them.
I think we
Okay.
should just drag them back into their tent so they're out of sight.
The tents are.
The tents are all like smashed and everything. There's a whole bunch of like expedition stuff scattered around here. I forgot to mention that.
Well, but that stuff I think they're gonna take with them.
Yeah,
Like,
they can all
back.
dress themselves and so on. There's so with the 17, you hear the sound of wings, fairly large wings flapping. You can't see very. I don't think you can see in the dark. Something lands. Something big and white lands on one of the bodies. It's about human sized. It has white scales and wings. It looks like a small dragon. Well, human
It's
sized.
like a wyvern.
Yeah. No, it has the 4 limbs plus the wings.
Okay,
Whereas wyverns just have 4 limbs total. And it doesn't seem to care about the dome. And do you want to make a stealth check, Aiden, if you're trying to hide, if you're trying to not to be noticed?
Bandit will help him.
Stealth. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the creature kind of sniffs around, and and it just looks like a, you've never seen a dragon before. It looks like a dragon, but small. Well, medium size. And it kind of sniffs around the camp, and it grabs the body of this guy, and kind of like drags it off to the side, and then a second dragon lands next to it.
Oh jeez.
There are 2, and then a third one, and they start
Oh my
tearing
God.
away at the body, like they drag it over here.
A fucking pack of them.
Like fighting over it and tearing at it and stuff, and some of the people in the tent are kind of like, "Oh my god, what is that thing?" Yes, that's something we've seen those before. They shouldn't have left the bodies lying around, and they kind of rip the body up a little bit, and then fly out, and then they just kind of fly off with all the different pieces, and they go away.
Whew.
And that's it. And nothing else happens during the night.
Nice. So now it's morning time.
Yeah, so the next morning dawns, and so Aaliyah's like, you'll have to look out for those little white bastards. They're everywhere on the glacier. And you notice that
Holy
where
shit.
they landed, there was like a big, like a radius of like a 20-foot radius of like frozen ice all around the.
Great.
Where they landed?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, there you go. Circle.
So now we're about to like separate.
Yeah. So Elia says, yeah. So.
This hurts me, but I'm gonna use 2 level 2 spells to cast Aid twice.
Okay.
So I can choose up to 3 targets. So I'm gonna get all of them except Aaliyah, and
Okay.
for like 8 hours, they're each gonna get in 5. Sorry, their hit point maximum and crit hit points will up by 5.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Okay. So you're
And I will be left.
some.
And I will be left with 1 level 2 spell.
So I'll give you inspiration for doing that because that's a it's a brave thing to do. So Aaliyah gives you a big hug. She's like, thank you. And she gives you a big hug. And yeah, you just kind of
What
like
is
this
this?
stiff. You're just like, what is happening? And so you feel that she is very hot. You feel the heat.
Ooh, damn, Mama, you hot.
And so she backs off and she says, "Do you not hug where you come from?"
Not traditionally, no.
So she seems very angry.
We're more of a cerebral kind of tenderness.
Less of a physical being.
Well, that's a shame. So so you notice that the other Genasi are like they seem quite joyful about being freed and their prospects and surviving, and there's like laughing and which you wouldn't expect from fire Genasi, which you heard they have fire temperaments or
After witnessing Aaliyah, we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Aaliyah's like super angry, edgelord.
I have 10 rations, but I don't eat rations. Can I just give them my rations?
Sure, yeah. Why do you have 10 rations?
Because that's how many you get from just like the basic explorer pack and stuff.
Yeah, you probably don't have those 10 rations anymore, but
oh, they're replaced by like crystals or something.
I would say you don't have rations, so my fucking hard drive my external hard drive keeps going bling bling. I'm just gonna disconnect it. Okay. So the Genazis kind of equip themselves for the trip down the mountain, and they head down. So again, Leah says, "Thank you. I'll look for you back in town. Hopefully you will succeed against Katabatic."
Okay, can we just reach Katabatic, because I just want to know what the fuck that thing is.
What the fuck? What thing?
The creature.
You need your spells back.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a couple of days travel over the ice, so it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get there today, I don't think. Yeah. Well, do you want to start the voyage this session and try to get closer before we take 2 weeks off, or what do you want to do?
Maybe we could try, yeah.
All right, sounds good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move everybody. I'm going to move all your tokens.
We're like 3 hours into our session already.
Yes.
So
That's what I'm saying. So
it might be reasonable to just stop and hold here.
we can do that as well. So so in that case, so next time we convene, then you will have 2 days of overland travel over the glacier.
Cool.
Sweet.
It seems like we could very easily end up fighting those dragons or whatever, and that's not going to be a 1 hour encounter.
Yeah, it's possible that it might not be. So, yeah.
So are we skipping 2 weeks, or do we want to reschedule one of those weeks for a different day? Or are we just
I
2
guess
weeks?
we're skipping 2 weeks.
Because next week you're total like JS. The whole week you're doing your trade show, or is it
Something more important than us, apparently.
Next
play
week
it?
is the audiobook convention. Yeah,
Just, yeah, so you can't play like on a different day or anything, or
it's all week. Next week's
Yeah.
all week. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so the rest of us, we can do something different if we want. We can try, or play a different game or do something else. We can talk about it.
I might be at mom's, to be honest.
Okay.
But yes,
Okay. Well, we've seen how you were able to game from your mom's. So yeah.
I was able.
Okay. And then so we can officially then reconvene in 3 weeks, and you'll be ready for your overland trial.
And for Mother's Day, I was thinking I could maybe make a little dessert and get flowers and just bring that for Joanne.
When is Mother's Day? Is it this weekend?
This
It's
weekend,
Sunday.
I'm going to turn the stream off.
Oh,
Yes.
Um,
Stay tuned.
So we will pick this up again in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah. So well, those of you who watch us, live, obviously, as you are doing now, maybe we'll do something different next week at the same time slot. But it would be something different because we don't want to.
Yes, I want to make a new character. I love making new characters.
We'll bump
Maybe we
Hub
can play-
to.
Maybe we can do like a level 8, level 10